I, it really helps if I turn on my mic. Did you know that? Did you know that, Mike?
Yeah, yeah.
But today is going to be a bit of a chill day, partially because obviously the end of this week is going to be very emotional for me with Digimon. Very strenuous, very fun, but still probably a bit tiring, you know? But today we're going to be playing Aquarist, which is in by the same publisher as Dinosaur Fossil Hunter, which I played the other day. And it's about taking care of fish and making sure they're happy and healthy and fed, and that they don't eat each other, and also making money. That's important. But for other news, get ready for next Tuesday. Sorry, I almost said Monday. Next Tuesday is going to be the big Jurassic World Evolution stream, and I've got to promote that again actually because I haven't gotten anyone like submitting themselves or other streamers. But I'm going to be super excited to play that. And I'm not too worried about jumping right into the game today because it's kind of a yapping stream, you know? Oh, Mike's muted. Okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, I hope we have a great time. And you know what? We're just gonna take it easy today. So unless you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, I think we can get started. So give me just a second and I'll swap over. And here we go. So we're going to start over from scratch. Why? Because the story's a little funny. Loading now. Saved. Mike, would you like to play the part of our father?
Alrighty. Hello there, son, my beautiful son of oats. On your 14th birthday, I have a special gift for you. You know I'm crazy about fish. It's the right time for you to have your first aquarium. Happy birthday. Before I forget, here's some money for you to arrange your own aquarium. Spend it wisely. Are you wondering why I'm so strong and I lifted a whole aquarium? You have to drink a lot of fish oil at a young age. You'll grow up to be like me. Not only those flakes with milk.
Dad, are you drinking the fish water?
It's how I become so powerful, son. You must become one with the fish.
Okay. So this certainly is an aquarium. We press Q to inspect it. And make sure to not mix salt and fresh water. That will kill the fish and plants inside. You have to keep track of the capacity, temperature, pH, and filtering. So what do you think we should name this aquarium?
Call it the Insane Aquarium.
The Instant Aquarium? Like that?
Yeah?
Okay. But today, now we press tab to open the shop. By the way, man, we got like a cool ass bedroom actually. It's a bit small, but it's fucking sick actually. Anyways, let's see. First we gotta buy a shovel and some soil. So do you think the fish deserve a white or like black rocks that are like a finer grain? What do you guys think? That includes you too, Mike, but waiting on chats. I'm
Yes.
always waiting on chat. It's very important and polite to wait on chat, you know. Hi, Ume. So, Ume, do you think our fish deserve big white pebbles or small black pebbles? This is very important. It's not that important, but I don't know. I want everyone to feel included. Eat the... That's not an option. Mike, what do you think?
You give them the big white pebbles.
Big white pebbles. Okay. So we grab this, and then we dump the rocks into the aquarium.
Oh boy, I'll be right back though.
Okay. This is very important. You can't put fish in the aquarium, and they won't be happy if they don't got rocks. Which is, to be fair, if I was trapped in an aquarium, I think I would also want rocks. That's like, you know, enrichment or something. There we go. So there we go. There's the start of our first aquarium. Lovely. Now we have to buy and pick up a rock. We have a rock. Wow, that rock landed right on top of the soil. Now we find out we can place rocks inside of the aquarium. And we could just pick decorations. I'm going to pick a couple of rocks, I think. 2, 3, 4. That sounds good. 1. It would help if I remembered how to control this game. Anyways, so now let's drop some rocks in here. So they got big rocks, you know, because enrichment. Also, I would absolutely eat the shit out of rainbow gravel candy. That'd be great. And that tells you to make decorations static. This is largely irrelevant unless you're making something fancy. Buy a filter. Oh no, we have to get filtered, chat. I don't like that I can't buy the cool filter. I gotta buy the shitty filter. And then you place the filter on the aquarium. Then you right-click the filter, and you can turn it on, and now the water is filtered, so now the fish, when they shit in it, won't, like, kill themselves. It's okay, it's past 10 minutes. YouTube won't get mad at me. Now we need to buy a heater. A heater, chat. So that we can control the temperature of the water. I don't know why I'm talking like this, by the way. I just kind of am. Then we got to... No, wait, hold up. Got... Pretty sure we're gonna want it in, like, the mid-20s? Most fish like 20 to 30 range for the most part. Not all of them, but... And then we need to buy a thermometer. 1 thermometer coming right up. Now, I do think this does not go in your mouth or up your butt. It goes on the side of the aquarium. There we go. Now it says to buy 2 goldfish, but I'm not sure we're ready for that, honestly. That's goldfish. Okay. 18 to 24 is the temperature they like. So let's turn that down just a smidge. And now we have the bag of goldfish that we can drop in here. And now we have goldfish. And you can inspect the goldfish by right-clicking on them. Now, they're very upset because there's not nearly enough vegetation in their environment. Which is very sad. Okay, what should we name this fish, chat? We should name this fish. John Fish. John Fish. Yes, I know that's not how you spelled it, but you know what? Now it's funny. Okay, now we have to pick up some fish food, because we need to make sure our fish don't starve to death. Which, you know, is a good thing, generally speaking. Now we just gotta make sure that the fish are happy. They're not happy right now, as you can see. They've got little frowny faces. We can tell that the fish aren't happy from this menu. The menu is to make cool aquariums and make lots of money. As with many things. So let's see, we need plants, and we need plants that can survive in this temperature. 22 to 28, 19 to 30, 20. So basically, any of these guys will work. Okay. I like this guy. Gonna buy one of them. And one of them. And one of them. Come on. There we go. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, they're very happy. Excellent. In fact, the game is telling us we gotta wait for them to breed. Okay, are you two gonna oh, you guys fucked while I was looking away. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm getting rid of the baby. We need to buy and pick up a background. So the other thing you could do with aquariums is decorate them. And I think that we need a hot pink background for these fish. That is what they deserve. That is look at that. That brings it all together nicely. Okay, now we need to buy another background. Let's see here. What do we got? How do you think of green, chat? Or Mike. Mike's still AFK, I see. Never mind. Not Mike. Just chat. Just chat today.
I'm back, I'm back.
Mike, what do you think of green for the other wall of the fish?
Let's do it.
Green it is. This is the fucking Fairly Odd Parents fishbowl now.
Yeah.
Now we pick up a rock, and you can put it on the background and it sticks there. I don't know why they allow this, but it is funny.
That's cool.
And then you can buy a scraper. Then you could get rid of the unwanted. I just want the pink, honestly. And now we need to figure out lighting, because you could give your fish bisexual lighting. This isn't a joke, by the way. That's, in fact, one of my favorite combos is to do pink and blue lighting. It's really fun. So you can buy the lamp, you can turn it on, and choose the color. I'm going to choose green for this, yes. And then you can see it changes the lights. And it looks really cool. And then I guess I'll get rid of this, because the game told me to. The fish are still happy. And John has a happy family of 4 now, apparently. Excellent. Good job, John. Keep at it. Now you click on the aquarium, and now you can explore the aquarium. You can swim through it like you're a fish yourself. Getting in on the fish's brain. Look at them. It's very beautiful. Very powerful. Oh, hi, Dad. Uh-oh, well, Mike, this is your read.
Well done, son. Your first aquarium is ready. Time to face the real challenge. I have problems with my living room aquarium. Will you take care of it? Of course, I'll give you money to buy the necessary things, and you'll earn your first salary. Sounds like a good offer?
Level 2! Let me feed my fish before I go. What?
You leveled up, son. Proud of you.
Okay, let's figure out what's going on in the living room. No, we have a pretty nice house, all things considered. This looks nice. Not the biggest house, but it's respectable. Okay, comfy living room. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Can't get any close. Why is there just... Is that like Grandma's ashes or something? That might be Grandma's ashes. Why are there scissors out here? The uncertain. Damn, how many people we got in this house? Just ready for dinner right now. What the fuck? What even is that?
That's the big dinner table.
Oh, that's the reflection of the dinner table. I didn't realize. Here's the kitchen. Very nice kitchen. Let's see. Let's check out the backyard. Pretty plain, but I mean, what can you expect? Holy shit, what's going on here? That's horrific. Dad, what did you do? You killed Nemo. I don't know if I can be part of this, Dad. I'm sorry. This is fucked up.
It's for your own good, son. So you
Oh,
can learn how to clean it proper.
I can't do this. I can't do... Dad, I am ashamed to be your child. Okay? Anyways, your turn, Mike.
I think I'd done something wrong, and all the fish died, and the algae appeared. I don't think I'm doing well. Will you help me fix it? I would like to have a sea fish, preferably a seahorse, and a regal blue tang. Take some cash for necessary shopping. If you manage to surprise me, you'll earn your first salary today.
How would I surprise you if I'm doing exactly what... Yeah, whatever. I'm buying a net and taking care of your shit, Dad. You killed these fish to teach me a lesson that's fucked up, sir. Can't wait to move out and become a big aquarium person myself. So, toilets or trash can? What do you think?
I think you should do it in the toilet.
In toilet?
Yeah.
It is a proper burial. So thank you for the check-in. Everyone, you can check in if you want to lurk, and I appreciate you for it. Anyways, we're flushing fish down the, frankly, filthy toilet. Look at that thing. Oh my god.
I don't know. I think it's just blue. Oh yeah, no. I'm looking at it now.
That's brown.
Yeah, no,
brown.
No wonder they're putting toilet cakes in there. That's blue water. That's some. That's you know those little tablets you put in the tank.
Yeah, I know. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Dad? Just... I don't even know what to say anymore. Mom? Can you kill Dad? How come there's no pictures of our family out here? There's just random landscapes that look like were gotten for free on the internet. Did you guys kidnap me? That would explain a lot.
So don't need to worry about it, son.
This is so jarring. By the way, why is there a window up there? No one's going to be able to look out of it. It's just a lighting window. Okay, listen, I'll check on you guys later. I'm going to get us out of this house, because I'm pretty sure my parents kidnapped me and might be serial fish killers. Let's check on these guys, though. Let's see. Okay, they're not very hungry yet. That's fine. This game is fun, a little bit low budget, but I mean, fuck it. You want a fish aquarium simulator, you got it, you know?
Yeah.
And eventually you can get rid of a lot of the tedium with, like, automatic fish feeders and stuff, but you gotta earn that. Which I respect. I respect it. You know?
Yes.
And then we got more Nemos. Wait, are you alive secretly and you're just playing dead? Is this all part of a ploy to get back to the ocean? Be free. Be free, Nemo. Or, Nemo's dad. Marlin? His name was Marlin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a little bit since I've seen Finding Nemo. There we go. Okay, so we gotta buy a sponge now. A sponge on a stick, because this is optimal for cleaning. Now behold! Cleaning. It's very, very soothing. You can in fact earn money this way. And it is possibly the best way to earn money while you're just kind of waiting around doing nothing in other sections. Now, the other thing you can remember about this game is if you're setting up something before you open up shop, you can pause time, and that's acceptable. You understand that? That's completely fine to just pause and say, I'm not doing this right now. I just want to do all my research and make... Ooh, that was a good landing. That's just impressive right there, actually. Good job, Aquarist. Clapping for you. Can't do it again, though, can I? But why did it bounce? Just stay.
It's the bouncing net, son. It's a novelty item we got for you.
I bought this with my own money, you shit-ass. Okay, anyways, we gotta clean off the filter. Yeah, yes. Anyways, now there's the cleaning minigame, which if you're playing this game remotely correctly, you'll never have to do this ever again. It's actually quite funny. Like, they're effectively giving you the tutorial for what if you fuck up, though, and not if you're playing the game like a sane person. I find this funny. Now we gotta do the same with the thermometer and the heater. You just kinda gotta click and wiggle it. Just click and wiggle it, chat. Just wiggle your stick, chat. Don't take that the wrong way, chat. Okay, so that one's good. That's the actual tutorial for this if you're playing well. Does about hello dog, thank you for the check-in. But anyways, the actual tutorial for this segment is a little bit of a secret because it's about cohabitation. And everyone loves learning about cohabitation of fishes in their aquarium, yes? Surely you love that, right, Mike?
Yes.
Wait, why did I... Okay, whatever. So now we're learning about getting rid of shit-ass water that sucks. So now we place the hose in the aquarium, and then we buy a bucket with our own money, Dad. Now we have a bucket. Now we fill up the bucket from the hose. Then we just pour it in the sink. This is shockingly tedious, but not that long. Luckily, once you get to really high ranks, you can kind of just ignore this part because, you know, you're like in an aquarium. I don't know why we didn't start with filtering out the water. That sounds like you should have done that first thing? I don't know. I'm not the expert here, Dad. That's how this game was also made for VR, if you can't tell. And now we pour the bucket out. Very good, very good. Pour out the bucket. Damn, I'm good. Anyways, now we get rid of the hose. And now we have to get rid of the shit-ass soil, so I'm going to go grab the shovel from upstairs, because I'm not buying another shovel with my own money, Dad. Fucking asshole. Fucking old motherfucker. But by the way, you don't do anything with the dirt. You kind of just let it flop on the ground. It's quite unsanitary, actually. Anyways, I'm going to use the rest of the bag of my soil for your aquarium, Dad. Let's see here. Okay. Because I'm not paying extra money for soil. God. I already have a perfectly usable bag of soil right here. Now your fish are getting cool rocks, Dad. Way cooler than whatever they had before. Anyways, I don't need to bring this back upstairs, so there you go. Now we grab the bucket and we fill it in the sink. This is an essential part of the gameplay loop. You know, I should probably turn on the filter, actually. After it's underwater, of course. Wait, Dad, did you just not have your filter on? Did you just not have the filter on, Dad?
I did what I had to do, son.
I don't believe you. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Just one more bucket. By the way, are you making tea right now, Mom and Dad? Because you should probably take the kettle off the stove. Excellent. Now, we have to do something very important, Mike. We have to buy salt, and we gotta put the salt in the aquarium. Yes, I am aware this will make it a saltwater aquarium. Now we have a quest panel. These are the requirements to complete our quest. Let's see here. What else should we do? We got that. I'm going to need some pH+, I know that, because the pH starts really, really low. Now, for those who don't know, pH is effectively the acidity water of the acidity level of the water. And certain fish have very specific tolerances for pH as well as temperature. pH really only matters with saltwater aquariums in this game, however. Don't worry if you're making a freshwater aquarium. But next, we have to have regal blue tangs and seahorses, so we have to see what conditions they'll both thrive in. So as you can see, the seahorse likes temperature of 26 to 28, which is a bit exacting, but not too bad. And then water pH of 7.6 to 8.8. Now, the regal blue tang also has a water pH of 7.6 to 8.8. But it has a much more tolerant temperature of 23 to 26, so we'll probably go with 26 as the perfect sweet point. 26 seems to be the temperature we need to aim for both of them to survive in this aquarium. So we'll just turn that on now. And then we need the pH, because this pH is probably... Yeah, 7, it needs to be 7.6 minimum. So we gotta put in a couple of dashes of pH booster to salt up the fish. I'm gonna do 7.7 just to be safe, though, because, you never know. Being a little bit high is fine, as long as... Stay on... No, stay. Good. Okay, anyways. Let's see, we also need to find a background. See if there's a new background we might like. Let's see, we've got rocks, coral, more rocks, or a simple color. Chat, Mike, do you have any opinions on what our background should be?
Make a coral. Fool the fish into thinking there's something behind there.
That's a smart idea, Mike. I like it. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Lovely. Let's see, we also need 2 lamps. In the lighting tab. So let's buy 2 of you fuckers. Now, I'm doing bisexual lighting, and you can't stop me. If you try to stop me, I will eat you. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. There we go. Perfect. Now let's turn you on. You're going to be the blue one, and you're going to be the pink one. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that just lovely, everyone? Look at it.
Yes, it's a nice little aquarium, yes.
Let's see. Now, we need water plants and corals. Now, let's just double check to check their requirements, because different fish also have different plant and decoration requirements. So, seahorses need at least 4 plants and 9 decorations. Regal blue tangs need 6 plants and 5 decorations. So, it sounds like we're going to need 6 plants and 9 decorations. That's the minimum crossover. Easy. Now we have to make sure we find seaweed that can survive in such harsh environments. Oh, I like this red shit. I'm going to buy a couple of the red shits. Yes, look at that. Why'd you go flying off? Whatever. Anyways, we're going to put the red on the blue side. And you can change the size, but it affects your budget, so I'm not doing that right now. Yes, yes, good, good. And I think I shall put 2 green seaweeds on the other side. So we have plenty of little seaweed for them to enjoy, you know. Swim about as fish often do. And I kind of like this fuzzy guy. I'm going to buy 2 of the fuzzy guys. And 2 of these fuzzy guys. Because these are all tolerant for the temperature. And I like to spread them out so they're not all clumped together. Lovely. Lovely. Now let's buy 9 corals. Oh, do you have any favorites from this list, Mike? There's a lot of corals to choose from.
Let's see.
In chat, you can give your input on what corals you like, too. I appreciate it. The horn. You like the horn. This guy up on top, the Acropora tricolor? I do like the tricolor. The tricolor is nice. You also have this thing. Can I show this on Twitch?
I mean, it's coral.
I mean, I guess it's coral, but like... I mean, you're seeing it, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So we're gonna buy a pussy coral. Triplet near the bottom. Let's see. Let me exit the tab and there we go. Near the bottom. This one, the Fistularis. Fistularis is nice. I also think I want to buy some of these guys. They're rather cool. We could do the color thing again. And also I like this guy because he's cool. He's purple. Purple's a cool color, chat. This is going to go right in the center. That's the stuff. You... do you think the pussy coral should go on the blue light side or the red light side?
Put it closer to the middle.
Near the middle?
Yes.
Let's see, then we got this... Oh, come on. You gotta work with me. Work with me, game. There we go. There we go. Let's see, and then the red one's going on the blue side. That's just a given. And the blue one's going on the... Get out of here, hose. Blue one's going on the red side. That's just science right there. And we need 3 more decorations or corals. We could put a starfish in there. Do you guys want to put a starfish in there? Put it on the side.
Oh yeah, put in some starfish.
Anyways, I guess I'm not seeing... Oh, do you mean this one? This is what you meant, dog? I'm sorry, I just realized what you meant by horn. Like, I see that and I see spiral. Yeah, okay. Absolutely, let's get one of them. I think they're cool. You know what?
I mean, they're mostly pink, so they could probably fit on the blue side.
They've got a good pink outline with a solid blue center. Anyways, let's put you on the background if we can. There we go. Perfect. Lovely. Now, need one more decoration. I think we deserve a treasure chest, chat. What kind of aquarium is complete without a funny little treasure chest?
Of course.
There we go. Lovely. And I'm going to put that on the red side, because honestly, I think the gold looks better in red. Oh, I need corals, not just... Okay, Didn't realize it was that picky.
You got one more? You got one more coral?
He attack, save the corals. Let's see. Yeah, I could do this guy. This guy's interesting. I like him. I like his vibe. Let's put him more on the blue side, I think. Excellent, excellent. Now we need blue tangs and seahorses, which they should be ready for now. I need 3 tangs. We found a dory, chat. 1, 2, 3. Excellent, excellent. Now, no, let me just double check. They are happy. They are happy. This is good. Now we buy the seahorses. We need 5 of them. You go there. You go there. You go there. There. Get your ass in here. Excellent. Look at that. There's our completed saltwater aquarium. Yes, father?
Bravo, son. And I'll be proud of such a beautiful aquarium in our living room. A reward is due for a job well done. Here's your money. You'll soon become a great aquarist.
Okay. Who the fuck is you and why are you in my house? Do you want to read this one too, or should I?
Oh my. Hi. Oh, what a beautiful aquarium. You're so talented. Maybe you can help me with my aquarium. My cat is constantly trying to eat my fish, and they don't feel very well. Please help me. I don't know how to fix this. Of course, I'll pay you for your help. When you finish decorating the aquarium here, come to me. I'll take you to my house.
Level 3! Oh, we got some goods. Look at this selection, chat. I'm liking this selection. Anyways, I gotta feed my fish first, whoever you are. You're, like, way shorter than me, so you're probably not my friend. I mean, that'd be weird. It implies that I'm way older than you. No, he did not reimburse, but he did give me, like, $300. Or $500 or something. Let's see, okay, good. Dad, don't kill my fish while I'm gone. There we go. Lovely, okay. Okay, I guess she is our friend. Welcome to my home. As I mentioned before, my cat hunts my fish, and it seems to me that they are very frightened. Would you like to help me keep my fish safe and happy? So much for that. Just started off by killing fish today. I gotta buy a net. Why don't you already have a fish net? You should just have a net for your fish. This is an important part of being an aquarium owner. Gotta go. Can you help me?
No.
No, I just have to struggle? I just have to struggle with something that'll literally never come up ever? Because if it ever comes up, it means that I'll have fucked up horrendously? I'm one of you. Seriously, your fish are dying while you're just standing there. It's kind of rude, actually. Like, I know I'm the professional here, but this isn't okay, and I think you know this. Now, the worst part about this tutorial, chat, is no matter how fast you are, you cannot save all the fish. Literally, the second you get up here, it will always tell you that the fish died. This is your fault. This is your fault. Oh, that's a cool orb. Why do you have 3 books about Web 2.0 that appear to be the same book? I like the cat pictures, though. They can stay. I like the window, too. Anyways, we gotta flush this fucker. Oh, your toilet's kind of gross, too, ma'am. Okay. Eh. Anyways, I gotta pick up the aquarium. Now I gotta buy a mop because you don't own a mop somehow. How do you not own a mop? What is your problem, lady? I'm glad we're not really friends. Eh. Okay, now we need to do the stuff for the aquarium again. Let's. You're getting the cheap shit. I'm not going all out for you when you clearly don't give a crap. Whatever's the cheapest is what you're getting. So you're getting the $35 bag of sand. You don't deserve better, and you know it. You're a monster. Can't wait until I have my own fish shop. I can treat my fish right. Oh, okay, you're done. You're done. Eh. Eh. Anyways, I'm getting my money back on that, too. You stand there and you stare. Now I need a bucket. Find the bucket. A book called Saturn. Okay. Well, this neighborhood's kind of shit, honestly. There's, like... What's going on? There's, like, just some trees and that's it. Music place. What a strange channel. Anyway, sorry, fish. I gotta steal some water. The overall goal here is to make cool aquariums and make lots of money. Like many things in life. Gotta go back up the stairs, and then we gotta fill it up with the water. Then I've gotta keep going and doing this. You know, the actual funny thing is, I don't think the water plants die until they get back in the water, which is very funny to me, you know?
Yeah.
This is the tutorial, yes. This is the tutorial of, you have completely fucked up an aquarium so bad and you gotta save your fish. Because I'm better than you. Not you, chat. I mean my friend here. Let's see, now turn you on. Let's see here. Turn you on. Come on, where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? There you go. Anyways, I'm guessing mid-20s. So let's start in the mid-20s, yes. Now let's drop whatever we got in here already in there, because why wouldn't we, frankly? That's free money that I'm not throwing away because, you know, my alleged friend can't control her cats. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So this needs a temperature of... Okay, these are both too cold. I guess that's better than nothing is putting them in here, so let's just... Yes, I know. We'll see. Temperature is just right for you. Too low for you, so let's take up the temperature just a smidge. Do 24. That sounds excellent. Excellent. Now we need a... You expect me to buy more for you? What's your problem, girl? Anyways, we need a rock now. No, you're getting the cheapest rock. You don't deserve better than the cheapest rock. Because you killed your fish. Also, that is super cool to hear that you beat Time Stranger. I'm sorry if I'm not always looking. I'm just, yeah. But yeah, I am super looking forward to Time Stranger at the end of the week. But yes, her cat knocked over this, and we're cleaning up the fucking mess. And we need a wooden decoration, in which case again, you're getting the cheap shits. You don't deserve expensive, nice things. Not you, chat. You deserve the best the world has to offer. Let's say we need 2 lamps. Because of course we need 2 lamps. Why wouldn't we need 2 lamps? I don't need 3 lamps, I just need 2. 3 is more than 2. Come on, come on. Where's he going? There you go.
Yeah. Linery, or we enunciate that. That cat had to be really freaking strong.
Yeah. Because this aquarium was full.
Yeah.
Like, when it happened. So green and yellow, I say, because truly you are a vile creation, deserve to look like whatever this is. Not because green and yellow is inherently bad, just, kind of looks like snot when you mix them. See? That's the stuff. This is what you deserve. Need some water plants, let's see. Echinidorus and Ludwiga are what you already have, so I'm just going to keep with that so I don't have to do any math. Okay, so you're cheaper, so I'm just going to buy 3 of you. Because then I don't have to think, chat, and it's great. I love not thinking. Especially when I'm helping an ingrate like you. I have to go and get the goldfish. Right? There's the net. Okay, there's one angelfish. An angelfish, if you will. Yeah, how are you feeling? Okay, your only problem is the number of fish. I'll get you your friends. Don't you worry, sir. I'm on my way with another friend, and I have to buy another one because you suck. Let's see. What are they unhappy about? What a filtrate? I need another filter? Okay, fine. Fuck you. God. What? Yeah, there we go. I need 2 filters in this fucking thing. Now I gotta get the goldfish. No, actually it does. It generally will. The end point of the quest will say make sure the fish are in good conditions and stuff. So I'm just getting ahead of that. And also because I'm a good fish owner who doesn't make their fish miserable. Horrific conditions, chats. Now we need a background. What's the cheapest? Is it plain? You're getting an obnoxious yellow. Yes, that's what you deserve. Yeah, I know I'm better than you. Now we're level 4. We have a roach now. And a skull. We can put skulls in our aquarium, chats. And a castle. That's actually pretty bitchin'. I like this. I like this upgrade. Go talk to... Well, I skipped that dialogue, but don't worry. The dialogue's almost over. Well, Mike, you are the father today.
Hi, son. I can see you did well. Another money earned. I have a little surprise for you. In the future, when you grow up, you'll be able to arrange your first aquarium shop in the basement under our house. There's enough space for several aquariums. There's only a little problem. It's a big mess there. I haven't cleaned there for a long time. If you decide that you're finished here, come to me and we'll come back home.
Okay. So this is effectively the end of the true tutorial. You now have all your mechanical tools that you need. And now it's time for... Okay, here you go, Mike.
Son, you've finally grown up and
I'm
taking your
sorry,
passion seriously.
we're just
And open.
blaring this flashlight into our dad's face.
Alright, let me do it from the beginning.
Yeah, sorry.
Son, you've finally grown up and taking your passion seriously and open your first store. Here's your basement. Take a lot of effort to clean up, but you can do it. Unfortunately, the electricity stopped working. Seems to me that one fuse is missing in the fuse box. Fix it, and we'll be able to see how your new place looks. Before I forget, here's some money to get you started.
Excuse me. Let's see. Oh, that's probably the fuse. I'll grab that. This is the fuse box. And we put that in there. Yeah, there's a lot of trash in here, Dad. Like, what the fuck? We can't start selling fish until we clean this place up, chats. Now, luckily, here's the tip that, oh, right, we have to save the game first by going to this little tape recorder. It's actually quite cool. I like the... You basically have a memo. But anyways, now here's the trick with this, chat. Some of these should not be thrown out. You can see, press G to sell them. You can sell a lot of things, chat. And, like, you should take full advantage, because this gives you more starting money. And that's obviously a good thing. Like, this thing I have to throw out. That said, watch me go and shoot. Yeah! That's the stuff. But yeah, like, all this stuff is completely worthless. You should just sell it. It's unironically just worthless. Alright, Mike, you think I can make it?
I think you can.
Pew! Aw, I can't throw that far. But yes, it's generally a good idea to clean all this up before you do anything else, because, by God, you're gonna need the space. And also, I think the customers generally don't like it when there's a bunch of shit all over the place, you know?
Yeah.
It has to be bad for business. So this is a bit of a time waster, though. Most levels will have at least a little bit of trash cleanup. So you kind of got to get used to that being just part of your routine when you open a new zone. Not a big deal. Why do we have signs down here? And why can't we sell them? There's just cycling path signs. We just have those. Boop. Also, that fucking sucks, actually. I'm genuinely sorry. That's, like, a lot of stuff to lose. Boop. I know you can, but, like, why would you just have them in your basement? Wouldn't you want to decorate them somewhere? Alright, let's see if I can make this. Yeah! Oh, this it feels good to shoot some hoops, let me tell you, chat. In this game about taking care of fish. Mike, do you think you could shoot a basket from this far away?
I think I might be able to.
Okay. I'm the queen of the hoops. Boop. This does take a little bit, chat. You just gotta get used to it. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you could surely at least sell those for, like, the scrap metal or something. This is in dollars, so we can't be, like... I mean, we could be in Canada, I suppose. Or Australia. Hope we're not in Australia. God help us if we're in Australia. That's Can't handle that. Mike, where do you think we are?
You know, I'm gonna go with a secret fourth option.
Mm-hmm.
You're in France.
They don't use dollars in France.
That's why it's the secret fourth option.
Okay. Let's see. Come on, come on. Can we make it? Can we make it? Yes, we can. Yeah, this game is relatively cheap, pretty accessible. I would recommend it if you kind of just want something to do. I need a good chill game. You could even turn on the radio. There are no songs on the play. Why not? I want to play the music. Okay, there's no songs on the play. Fuck you, game. What if I want to jam while I'm cleaning out my shit-ass basement? Yeah, come on, come on. Regide. We're gonna make this the coolest shop ever, though, right, Mike?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, no, this is an absolute disaster of a basement, chat, and I'm shocked that I'm already this close. Hey, Mike, did you know that you can have piranhas in this game?
Huh.
Oh, come on. There we go. Woo. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Man, I can't even read these newspapers. That's how shitty it is. Don't worry, chat. We'll get this place spick and span in no time, and then it'll be a shop worthy of the start of a legend. Legend of someone who sells fish, like some kind of monger of fish. A fishmonger, if you will. Oh, come on. There we go. That's the stuff we like to see. There we go. Excellent. Now we have to buy a mop. Something that we'll never need after this. But sure, let's just start with the mop because we've got to clean this shit up. And chat, if you have any questions, just let me know. I love to yap about stuff. You know this. Oh wait, there's a door? Okay, that's just a door. I'm not painting the walls yet. There's still stuff to do, game. I'm gonna buy some shelves so I keep my shit on the shelves. $19 for a door? That's highway robbery. Dino fish, so like, you mean like Dunkleosteus? Because like Dunkleosteus is cool. I love Dunkleosteus. It's basically like, imagine if you had a fish that was part like paperclip remover or staple remover. That's what it is. So it doesn't have teeth, but it has these bony plates that like slide against each other, and like, oh, ocean dinosaurs. Okay. Well, I mean, dinosaurs weren't aquatic. I mean, we had semi-aquatic dinosaurs, but generally speaking, we delineate if it lived in the ocean primarily, it was not a dinosaur. That is the soft rule of all this. You have to understand. Yes, generally speaking, if it lived in the ocean primarily, it was not a dinosaur. Ichthyosaurs, mosasaurs, plesiosaurs, not classified as dinosaurs. They branched out from Archosauria the same as dinosaurs, but they are not dinosaurs proper. Because you have to realize what a dinosaur is the common ancestor of Triceratops and the common modern sparrow. And then everything that branched out from that, which excludes animals like ichthyosaurs and pterosaurs. Those are not dinosaurs. They, in fact, specifically made the clade Dinosauria that way so that birds are always dinosaurs for sure. There's no argument about this anymore. That said, I'm actually not sure if there's a technical name for those large clades. Like, man, if you want to talk about ancient fish and shit, I absolutely can. Yesent, remember, saur means lizard in reality in Latin. You have to remember this. What color should we paint the wall, Mike?
Uh, hmm.
We got red, yellow, blue, and green.
I'd say blue. That feels like an inviting color.
An inviting watercolor.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Now, for ancient fish, we have a lot. Obviously, there's the goat Dunkleosteus, and we all love Dunkleosteus in here. Mike, you love Dunkleosteus, right?
Yeah, he's a funny little creature.
It's a chubby little guy who had these bony plates that would just shear through flesh and bone. Absolute terror. But then we also have other interesting fish, such as the Leeds ichthyes, which was a bony fish roughly the size of a whale. And I'm not joking, you can look up Leeds ichthyes, which roughly translates to Leeds fish. And they were filter feeders, much like whales, as far as we can tell. And they were big boys. Lead like Leed, and then S. Honestly, if you just get to that point, it'll probably say ichthyes afterwards, like ichthyosaur. Oh, we're out of paint, chats. Okay, well, I guess I'll set you there. Guess you're going. Buy a new floor pattern. A floor pattern. Do you think we deserve metal or wood?
Metal.
Fucking metal. It is cheaper. There we go. Excellent. Buy a decoration for your store and set it up. Okay, I guess we have a plant to buy. You're going in the corner, I think. Yes, in the corner, the plant corner. Why didn't you do that before the paint? Let's see, what's the cheapest? Brick. Do you think brick or plain white tile? Also, yes, Leeds ichthyes is very cool. I think it's a very cool animal. Mike, do you have an opinion?
Go for bricks.
Okay. Where'd it go? Just waste my money, game?
No. Look at the walls.
Oh, wait, no. There we go. There we go. I gotta do that 4 more times, I guess. One. Yeah, I just realized I basically just, like, painted this for no reason, game. Yes, well, I'm gonna keep doing this. You've just got the one half blue wall now. I hope you're happy, game. But now, we accept the job. The job is that someone drops a disgusting fish tank on your desk. And also, no, it is not related to whales at all. Whales are mammals. This was a fish. And, fish are not mammals. Because we know exactly when whales evolved, and it was pretty recently. We can actually get sharks in this game. That is an acceptable animal to have in an aquarium, as a shark. Eh. 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 There we go. That's the stuff. There we go. And now the job is done. And now we leveled up. A gift from a friend from Dinosaur Fossil Hunter? No, hold up. I want to... So now we have a dinosaur skeleton, a dinosaur skull, and some dinosaur plants. Sick as hell, actually. I love it. Let's see.
Pretty cool.
Well, I'm gonna do 4 more because I want the prize, whatever the prize is. You've got to keep your eyes on the prize, chat.
I believe, Line, that's what we call in the industry an old save bonus.
And yes, I did. I did stream it a while ago. I don't know if you need both of them, but I think I mean, I never checked because I already owned both of them when I started this game. Squeak, 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 squeak. But yes, cleaning is a bit tedious, but you get like $100 every time you do it, so it's not nothing, you know?
Yeah.
There we go. Lovely. Yes, that was the one where someone said that it looked like I was covering the rocks in ejaculate, which, if that's the consistency of your cum, that you should see a doctor, chat. That's not a joke. If your emissions look like plaster, please see a doctor. Okay, one more. We just need one more, chat. Now, you only need to get like 80 to 90% of the surface cleaned, but, you know. No big deal. Squeak, 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 squeak. There we go. Lovely. What do I win? We won a suckermouth catfish, a broadtail moor, and a green pufferfish. Excellent. No, genuinely, this is a good chill-out moment, because, like, this is effectively the grind of the game. Effectively. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Anyways, Well, now we should probably move you. This is so sad. Well, first I need to buy nets. Get rid of the dead clownfish. And I don't think there's a toilet in here, and you can't throw them down the sink, so they're just going in the trash, I guess. God, this is so sad. Can't believe Nemo is dead again. Let's also get rid of the goldfish, I guess. You know, as long as we're here. We should probably get rid of the dead fish, you know?
Yeah.
There you go. There we go. I don't like how it makes a squishing sound every time I do this, chat. Sounds wet. Let's see, let's also take you out and clean you, because I should probably do that. Because it'll save me money in the long run, so I should probably do it. I'm not mad, Dad. You just should take care of this ages ago. No, I'm mad. I'm mad at my father for this. That doesn't even cover all the filtration. What's the freaking point? Ah, whatever. Let's get the next one. Clean you off. Clean your sticks thoroughly, chats. Especially if it's covered in green shit. Just a second. Sorry about that. Had to check a text. I just got a text. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That's what I wanted. Got clean you. Cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Now let's see. Next, I should probably empty you. You know, I'm probably going to need new plants after all this. They're probably fucking dead. So let's get rid of you. You I can save, I'm pretty sure. No, I can't. Why wouldn't I just sell all of you then? If I can't even, like, hold on. You're getting sold now. You serve no purpose if I have to buy new ones of everything anyway. Why did you teach me how to clean, chat? Not game, not chats. If I effectively have to buy everything else anyways because there's no way to store them once it's been in a tank, why would I bother? Oh, well, let's buy a hose. And a bucket. 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 This is the fun part of the game, chat. Don't you worry. You know, it's really weird how the water never turns green when I take it out. You'd think it'd be a bit greener, you know? Let's see. Now we should probably buy the shovel. The shovel. Let's just throw this algae-encrusted dirt onto the floor, where it belongs. Now, fortunately, we already have a sponge, so we can just sponge it all off really nice and easy. There we go, nice and easy. Bucket might be magic, that is true. Mike, what do you think of the magic bucket? Magic bucket theory.
I think it's solid.
Okay. Doesn't have any major flaws in the theory?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Well, let's see. Now we gotta buy new dirt. which is in here. Do you have any preferences for dirt for our... Let's see here. Saltwater aquarium? Chat, you're also welcome to say whatever you want.
Let's do some gray pebbles.
These guys? Chat, what do you think of gray pebbles? Or we could go for as expensive an aquarium as possible, which is something you can do. Which I think would be this dirt here. Yes, it would be that dirt. So should we finance Max, Mike, or do you think we should go for the gray dirt?
You need to show that your aquariums have class.
Okay, so we're finance maxing. Got it. With this lovely cracked brown dirt. I'm using the term lovely loosely, but you know. Dirt is dirt. And we can save you for another time. There we go. Excellent. It's already coming together. Lovely. Lovely. Come on. There we go. That's the stuff. Looking better already, chat. Listen, a lot of things should disappear when they're wet. But you know what? It looks cool. That's why it's the $75 aquarium dirt. $75 for a bag of dirt. God, what a ripoff.
That's high quality dirt.
Okay, well, now it's filled, so that's good. At least I think it's filled. Yes, it is filled. We're good. So, water bucket, you stay there. Just keep rusting, it's fine. Let's see. Well, first things first, we should probably buy the new assets. Such as a filter. This is more expensive, so I'm buying that one. So, let's see. Enable you. And you see, it's already at 450. We're good. We're good with that. That's all we need, chat. That's all we need. Now we need the thermometer and the heater. I don't know what the difference is, but I'll buy the more expensive one. And this is the more expensive heater. A finance max today. There we go, excellent. I'm gonna just set the temperature to the mid-20s off the bat, because that's going to be essential. Let's see here. Need a background. Oh, I like the ocean background. What do you think, chat? What do you think, Mike?
Needs to be fancy.
Oh, so we should finance max is what you're saying.
Yes.
Which, legally speaking, would be the backgrounds that don't have anything on them because they're supposed to be custom. Are we really going with plain white background with nothing on it?
Yes.
Okay.
You see that the background would be up to the interpretation of the buyer. You know, that fancy art crap.
Okay. Okay, now we need 2 lamps. At least 2 lamps. There's 1 lamp. There's 2 lamps. You're getting the bisexual lighting again. Look at it. It's lovely. And then we have to make sure 3 different species can coexist here. Also, I'm gonna buy some pHs. We're gonna fucking need that shit. Yes, I am aware this will make the aquarium saltwater. That is the plan for this aquarium. Let's see. pH, I'm gonna up the pH ahead of time because I don't think anything really goes below like 7.6. I could probably do that, by the way, dog. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Let's see. 7.5. Let's do 7.6. Now we have to find 3 fish that are saltwater and cohabitate decently. Now, I like to kind of cheat this, personally, because you can see we have 2 different triggerfish that count as 2 different species, but have identical needs when it comes to the aquarium. So, like, 22 to 27, like 6 to 15 plants, and 3 to 12 decorations. pH of 7.7. What's the pH right now? 7.6. Let's up that one more time. Yes, it's a little bit of a hack where different colors of fish count as different species for some reason. That's okay. We can abuse this. Now we need 6 plants, I believe. That can handle upper 20s. Oh, this is not looking good. Oh, you're good. Let's buy 2 of you. Buy 2 of you. 2 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what's dying? You're too cold. Okay, I'll turn up the temperature a little bit to like 26. God. Listen, no, I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't. Now we're going to need at least 3 of these fuckers, and let's make them tiny so that I get a little bit more money back from this, and they have time to grow, you know? Let's see, they need more decorations, right? They needed 3 decorations. Let's buy some coral. Ooh, there's a whole lot of horns there. Let's get you. Ooh, you's good. And I know that we're putting a dinosaur skull in there, chat. You can't stop me from putting a dinosaur skull in the bisexual lighting fish tank. And I'm going to put a brain coral. That one's for Mike, because I know he likes brain coral, I'm sure.
Brain coral would beat.
See, I knew it. Now, let's see. We need just 3 more of these guys. Also going to minimum size them so I have time to grow. And they're all happy. See, look, they're all happy, chats. Perfectly happy. Oh! My Benoy. Okay. Anyway, so let's see here. So now we need another fish that fits in these parameters, which... 26, that's not bad. 6 to 16, 5 to 18. We might have a winner with the dory fish, and they also eat algae. Oh, let's see. Oh, I like this guy, though. 4 to 8 and 5 to 16. I could buy a few of these guys. They're nice and big. I like them. Let's see. I think that's the most expensive fish we can buy for saltwater just now. Yes, cohabitation is a very real thing to keep track of, chats. And yes, we should be good. Let's look by 3 just to be safe. Now let's see, they're unhappy. They need more decorations, I see.
I'll be right back.
So let's see, let's find some more decorations. You're going to get a castle. I want a castle in here. That's cool as hell. Let's see, you still need more. I'm digging the seashell, but I'm going to get a giant one. Look at the size of this thing. That's the good stuff, chat. And now they're all good. They're all good now, chat. Oh, wait, that's the wrong spot. Look at this lovely aquarium of ours. And I'm gonna do this. There we go. That's better. That's better. Lovely. I'm proud of us, chat. Very proud of us. Now let's move this guy over here. Do the same thing but different. Because now we have to do freshwater. As we know, freshwater is different from saltwater. Luckily, we don't have to worry about pH for this one, just cohabitation. And then if we need money, we can clean some more aquariums. But I'm hoping we don't need more money. It'd be nice to not need more money. Listen, if you put your saltwater fish in a freshwater aquarium, that's on you. And vice versa, too. Alright, there we go. And I think we're done. Yes, we're done with that. Take that out. Oh! Thank you for the Benoy. How dare you? How dare you bring up lemons and lemon juice? There we go. Excellent, excellent. Now let's do that. Let's throw the algae-covered dirt on our metal floor. This won't cause any problems. Now let's use the expensive aquarium dirt again. Excellent, excellent. Now let's just set you here, because I know I'm going to need you again. Hi, Zero. I assume that's Zero.
Yeah, that's
It
me.
is.
Who else do you know that enters stream like that?
Mike might. You don't know.
Mike, I don't know if Mike is capable of growling.
Mike, can you growl for the chats?
Growl.
See? That's a perfectly acceptable growl.
You would never survive in Dinotopia.
Are you saying you're saying it's particularly hard to survive in Dinotopia?
Yeah, if you can't growl properly, you know? Who's gonna respect you if you can't roar properly in Dinotopia?
Oh, anyways, we're taking care of fish today.
Yes, I noticed.
Let's see. And we're finance maxing, which is why we have the custom white background that somehow costs more than any other background.
Mm.
Because
Yeah,
you're supposed to be...
we need to show these guys that our fish tanks have class.
They have class and they have style.
Something like that. Zero, what's your favorite fish?
I really liked betta fish when I was a kid. Because
That's fair.
I had this really cool looking like blue and black one with like these like red spots going around its body. That was cool as hell.
Okay. Okay. I see. See here. Now let's do another custom background for $130, even though it's just whites. I hate this
Piranhas
fucking
are also
family.
pretty cool. I think piranhas look pretty neat.
Line, that's a little fucked up.
Yeah, line. That's like a deep sign of depression problem. That's like
You should probably take care of that beta fish, dog.
yeah, like you should get you should dispose of that corpse. Like
Anyways, we went for bisexual lighting with the other. Do you have a suggestion for this lighting?
gamer lighting.
Well, we do have red. I know we have red.
Yeah, all red lights on like dark black shit, and or black lights.
No, we don't have black lights. We have blue, green, yellow, red, pink, and whites.
Let's go red and blue, and then you got to make the background like black, like they're swimming in the void.
Well, no, we have the custom high-end, high concept background, which is identical to the white background, but it's $130.
What the fuck? That's bullshit. Is what that is.
Now we have to pick 3 freshwater species that can cohabitate.
Make sure you get one of them pond suckers. What keep the tank clean?
The suckermouth catfish?
Yeah, sure, one of them.
Well, they do eat algae.
Yeah, they keep the tank clean.
Let's see, they need 11 plants and 6 rocks. Oh wait, what's the temperature they need? That's almost more important, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. pH is fine. 22 to 27, and we're at 26, I believe. 25. That's fine.
Yes, that's fine.
So let's put up how many plants. I'm not smart. Hey, chat.
What wasn't it like 11 plants?
Yep, a minimum 11, minimum 6 decorations. Okay.
Okay.
So we gotta look at freshwater plants that can handle mid-20s. No, well, that's not bad. Let's buy 2 of yous.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why are these so fucking expensive?
They're fancy aquarium plants.
Fancy aquariums scare me. They're for people with too much money.
Oh, don't worry, we'll have way more than too much money later. Let's see, and we needed 11. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow,
Listen,
11.
It's worth it for the sucker mouth.
Let's see, let's buy 2 of you. You can also handle the temperature. Let's buy 2 of you. Just need one more thing.
Oh.
Thank you, Ooms. Anyways, I'm going to buy another tree. I like the tree. Now, you can do a lot more fancy stuff, but, like... We're here for stats right now, chats.
Yeah. We got to be able to make money out of this. Somehow.
Now we need rocks. I like the arch rock because who doesn't? That's a cool rock.
Yeah, you want to see your fish swim through the rock. Everyone wants this.
Exactly. This is just essential. And we got the Y-shaped ones, so they can. Let's put up. Let's set up a football stadium for our fish.
Yeah.
So they'll have the field goal on the one side.
They're playing fishball.
They're playing fishball, chats.
Everyone loves fishball.
And then we can put this in the middle.
The great American pastime, fishball.
We gotta turn you. Gotta turn you again.
So that there's the other field goal. Yeah.
See? We have fish football now, chats.
No, we do still need 3 more rocks.
Oh yeah, it was 5.
Remember, we needed 6.
We need 6?
Yeah. Find the roundest rock you can to represent the ball for fishball.
Oh, yeah, this is true. That's a very round. Okay, that's kind of egg-shaped, though.
Yeah,
And football
yeah,
is hand egg.
that's true.
It's either going to be this one or this one. This one's definitely more round.
I think we go with that one. I don't think fishball is hand egg. I think it's played with an actual ball. So we go with one of them's.
Let's see. We could also put some sculptures in there, but as we know, we have to put another dinosaur skull in this one, chat. We're not getting out of here without a castle and a dinosaur skull.
Yeah, if you don't put a castle in your fish tank, you're doing it wrong. That's where the king of the fish lives.
This is going to be a very interesting game of fishball, but let's begin with a sucker-mouth catfish.
Well, fishball, you know, they gotta play around the dinosaur skull. That's just
Life.
Yeah.
Let's see. They need one more fish. Most fish like groups of 3, but sometimes they like like 1 or less.
All right, and so then we need 2 other species these guys can cohabitate with.
So here's a really cheap trick. You know what fish barely ever gives a shit about its conditions?
What?
Guppies.
Hmm.
You just need to buy a lot of fucking guppies. I'm gonna buy 10 guppies, chats.
10 guppies, and we'll just put them right in here.
Yep.
And you know what? They'll love this place. It'll be nice and clean.
The guppies are happy. Look at that.
What with the sucker mouths and such.
Exactly.
Okay,
so now
now
we only
we
need
need
1 more.
Let's
No,
get.
but like, you see these stats though on the guppy? Like,
Yeah.
You see how literally you could fill the tank with as many guppies as humanly possible and they'll still be happy?
All right. So now next we want. I think we want a real pretty fish.
Big pretty fish.
So, yeah. So some that you look at and you're like that one's nice.
Can't be that one.
No. We can't get the green Texas chicklid.
Ooh, but I'm liking the
red
swordtail.
Yeah.
But no, this is a bit too cold for this guy.
Ah.
Although the rummy nose tetra is also quite nice.
That is also good. I think we go with rummy nose here.
Otherwise, let's see what else we've got just to be sure.
Rummy nose. His head looks like a gummy tree.
We also have a
like
we also have a
fruit gummy.
pufferfish. Thank you for the head pats. Listen, put your fish in a tower. It's got to be something. Also, there's the pearl gourami, which I think is also pretty nice.
But I'm still liking rummy head a bit.
Still
more.
liking the rummy?
Yeah.
Let's buy 3 then.
Yeah. Because at least until you hit the dorsal fin, he looks like a fruit snack.
Oh, they need 6 of them. It looks like.
6 of them. Okay.
I buy in batches of 3 because that's unlikely to upset too many fish.
Yeah.
Oh, the water
right.
pH is too high.
What?
This is fresh water. What?
I like how you just have a big like spice shaker of pH down.
I've never experienced this.
Yeah.
I've genuinely never experienced this with freshwater, having to actually give a shit about the pH.
Yeah. All right, there we go. You know, we got the 6 rummies, we got the 10 guppies, we got the 3 sucker mouth.
This is a good tank. Now we have to choose which aquarium to sell. We can either sell the saltwater or the freshwater aquarium. The saltwater is currently worth more.
Yeah, I say we sell the bisexual saltwater. I've never heard of putting together an entire aquarium complete with the fish inside before selling it, but what do I know?
It's whatever. Let's see, and now let's just check. We just gotta make sure all the fish are happy before we sell them. They're looking quite happy.
Yeah.
So we're selling. Yes, I have to for the tutorial game. Now we have to buy a table in the next room for our next aquarium.
Oh boy.
Now we have to buy an aquarium in a shop for a new place. What?
What?
We're getting this. Buy the cabinet with aquarium supplies from which customers can buy products.
Products.
Now, the shop opens at 2 p.m., but you want to know something, chat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oops. A lot of people will sell, like, goldfish as just a catch-all for we don't actually know what the species is. We just have a shit ton of fish.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Now let's grab you, because we might as well work until it's time to open the shop, you know?
Yeah.
We've got, like, 8 hours? 8 whole hours, chat. You're just going to be with
8
me.
whole hours.
It's not like the time is going faster in this game. It is 8 actual hours you have to just wait.
8 real-life hours.
Oh, and now we're out of the fancy dirt. So now, you know what we can do? We can recycle the bag. We could sell it for $4.
There's also a possibility that it was developing, like, a condition. A lot of
That's true.
goldfish have, like, tendency to start having, like, growths, like scale or like tendril growths, because they're fucked up because we breed like 15 fuck jillion of them at any given time.
15 fuck jillion of them.
Yeah.
I know that's accurate, but it is funny.
Yeah. You know, the fuck jillion, the common unit of scientific measure.
There we go. I mean, yeah, no, like, it just might mean that there was something going on, like, genetically, I guess?
Yeah. Also, we don't really have a good scale on how long a goldfish is supposed to live, because...
I mean, we have rough estimates, but...
Yeah, but, like, it's so dependent on, like, every individual factor of whatever tank or environment they're in, that we genuinely have no idea what their, like, natural, healthy lifespan is.
This is going to be the gamer aquarium, just for you, bro.
Yeah! Like with dogs, we know it's about 10 years. A dog can live
if
about,
a dog
on
lives
average...
longer than 15, it's ancient.
Yeah. A dog can live to about 10 years old before it's starting to push it. That after 10 years, pretty much every species of dog is going to start developing major health conditions.
Yeah.
But, like, with goldfish, we've got no fucking idea. Because it's so weirdly
I'm still
dependent.
sorry, Ooms. That sucks.
Yeah.
You know what? This is the gamer fish lair, so it's got to be, like, high tech. We need 3 lamps for it.
You're absolutely correct.
They're all going to be in red. There you go, Zero. Look at it.
Yeah. And now we have to put the gamerest fish in here.
Okay, are gamer fish more saltwater or freshwater?
I think saltwater, because, you know, they're,
They're
salty.
salty?
Yeah. Yeah, Terran, that's true. Like, smaller dog species tend to live longer than bigger. But, like, the longest living dog, like, that, I believe hasn't even broken 20. Let me double check, because recently the record was broken.
Still, like, 20 would be insane for a dog. That'd be like, what,
okay.
being like 140?
Yeah, so the currently longest living dog is an Australian cattle dog named Bluey, cute, who lived to be 29 from 1910 to 1939. Bluey began developing, like, horrible health conditions, like hip dysplasia, and, like, slowly developed cancer and all that, around age 12. And, like, this is the longest lived dog on record. Like, completely, like, we haven't had this broken at all. So it was the dog least likely to be prone to this kind of stuff, and it still started happening around age 12. Your average dog is not going to make it very far past 10. And I say this as a guy who, my first dog, my husky shepherd, Kiki, she lived to be somewhere between 13 and 16. We don't really know because she was a shelter dog. But, like, around about 10 is when most dogs, regardless of species, are going to start developing their bad health problems. So their healthy lifespan is listed as about 10 years. Also, says seahorse is a gamer fish.
See, I was thinking triggerfish because, triggers, the trigger buttons.
Yeah.
And that's a
And they're
lot of
always-
red, a little bit of green, just so they have some, something that's not red to look at.
Yeah.
But you can also double down on triggerfish. Did I explain that, Zero?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
I like the clown triggerfish though. That's the one we want, I think.
Well, no, they're both clown triggerfish. One's just
Oh.
a model of the male and the other a female, but they somehow count as different species.
We can only put males in because no girls allowed in the gamer cave.
No, there's gamer girls.
No, it's not. What are you talking about? I've never met a girl who plays video games. Not even once.
Zero, doesn't your fiance play video games?
Not really.
She started to pick it up, but like...
Yeah, she enjoys, like, futzing around in, like, Fallout 4, and she enjoyed playing, like, Life is Strange and all that, but she's not really much of a gamer.
Let's see, anyways, we've got the seahorse. Obviously a game of fish, I understand that.
I don't. I'll take your word for it.
Okay, well, what about the Bermuda blue angelfish? Or perhaps the Royal Gamma?
No,
Neon
there's
goby?
There's nothing angelic or royal about gamers.
You're right, clownfish it is.
Yeah, clownfish. Because we got the clown triggerfish, now we've just got the full clown. I don't see how male pregnancies are gamer coded.
No, Mpreg is gamer coded. That's fair. That's fair.
I don't think you're correct.
No, I completely agree. I can't even argue with that. That's perfect. We need the dinosaur skull and a castle, for sure. And a normal human skull, I think.
At Terranus, we couldn't really tell you if you lost audio. That would be on you to tell us.
Let's see, and they're all happy, Zero. Would you look at that?
Yeah.
Excellent. Now I should buy some fish food. Buying one of each. That said, there is a quest to unlock the piranhas. There we go. There's Gamer Central.
And yeah, Terranus, there was briefly, like, someone thought the record had been broken, but then they looked into it more, and they realized that there was no actual, like, official recording of this other dog that they claimed broke the record's, like, birth date, so they couldn't actually prove that he was as old as he said he was.
Ooh.
So it was given back to Bluey. And I think it's funny that the world's oldest dog
Is Bluey?
Is Bluey, yeah. And who is an Australian sheepdog,
Yeah,
like
it
Bluey
is
in
just
the cartoon.
Funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hilarious coincidence. Or, might be on purpose, but I don't fucking know, Bluey.
No, they're named after the owner's, like, real dog, which I guess they could have named it after that, but the main reason you would name an Australian sheepdog Bluey is because they got a blue sheen to their coat.
That's fair, that's fair. Now, let's see. I'm gonna take some more jobs while we wait. I'm gonna clean some more aquariums for petty cash.
Oh, hey, our friend Keat threw a Pokemon party for the release of ZA, and they cooked an apple cake using the recipe that I have.
Oh, that's cute.
Wait,
yeah.
is it out now, or?
It comes out like tonight, tomorrow.
Yeah, and they're just throwing a party about it.
Oh,
I think just as an excuse to, like, have their friends get together and have a Pokemon
I think it's less
celebration.
Pokemon is that good, and more they're
Yeah.
all into Pokemon.
Yeah. But they... now I know why they asked me for my apple cake recipe the other day.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just thought it was coming in out in December.
No, Mike, it's October.
No. Yeah.
It's been October for ages.
No.
Oh man, it's really funny that Pokemon had to wait a couple weeks for Digimon to have its run. When you think about, could you
how
imagine
the
if ZA
turns
released
yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Oh, how the turns table.
Nobody would give a
I
shit
get,
about ZA.
Oh, absolutely
mean,
not.
I guess I just assumed December because they said like late 2025.
No, it's been
Yeah,
October for a bit.
Yeah, October's still late.
You think I was constantly keeping track of ZA? I'm seeing the leaks, bro.
Yeah.
That is true. All you do is see the leak, by the way. No spoilers for the chat, just because I want to respect everyone out there. But yes, the leaks are out there. Be careful.
Chat, I am going to spoil one thing. Pikachu might be in it.
Might.
I mean, you're right. He might be in it.
Yeah.
There's always a 1 in a million chance that Game Freak put Mega Raichu in the game, but not Pikachu.
I'm asking them that if everyone enjoyed the apple cake, because I haven't actually made it for anyone but myself in like a long fucking time. So I'm hoping it's good.
And I'm with you, Ooms. Like,
Pokemon doesn't deserve my money. Pokemon hasn't deserved my money since Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yeah.
And finally, we live in the timeline where Digimon beat Pokemon.
Like, I don't care if it sells less anymore. It effectively won by saying, hey, here's how you make a fucking RPG.
Yeah. It took 20 goddamn years, but it seems like most of the rational world is going, yeah, Digimon won this one.
Like, because we know there's no way ZA is going to have a story nearly as good as Time Stranger. It's just not going to happen.
There's a non-zero chance that Time Stranger outsells it. Like,
yeah, no, because Time Stranger was like
it was
the
number one
highest selling
Steam,
game on Steam for like a little bit.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh god, if that happens, that'd be so fucking funny.
Time Stranger is currently at... we don't have solid numbers. Japan's physical edition sold 23,779 units on PS5 in Japan at launch. But otherwise, the only number we have is a peak of 81,000 concurrent players on Steam.
Really? We don't even have Steam sale numbers?
We've got... it reached #1 on Steam's bestsellers chart by revenue, ahead of all other titles. The player count was significantly higher than previous games in the series. But yeah, we're not getting a lot of like solid numbers about how much it sold.
Fascinating. Let's see, we need... Oh, why'd you buy my decorations, you assholes? Sell only fish, Christ. And you take care. But like, oh god, could you imagine unironically how funny that would be?
Oh yeah,
If the pettiness of the Pokemon Company carries over to Time Stranger too.
Oh yeah,
Because like, listen, you don't have to like Power World to acknowledge that Nintendo is being really shitty petty about that.
Yeah. But I just love that it took 20 years, but finally, Digimon won. Digimon proved itself superior.
Because, like, we just, like... What's the next best competition for a Pokemon story for this? Mystery Dungeon?
Yeah, it would either be Mystery Dungeon or, like, Coliseum and XD.
Or, like, Black and White, I guess. Like...
I guess.
And I'm sitting here like, that's still not hitting the emotional highs and lows of Time Stranger. Just it's not.
Yeah, Time Stranger's great.
And like again, like it's so weird just because I'm not sure I could say that about Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory.
No, and like, it's not like Time Stranger's making me tear up or nothing, but it is making me really invested. And I have had moments where I have had that emotional beat of me going like, oh, man. Where, like, I feel for a character really strongly.
Oh, we got a lot of stuff there.
man. Like, a character will say or do something that'll just make me go like, oh, oh, man.
Yeah, you have to.
Like one you haven't seen yet, when you get back.
I'm sorry, I just have to fight you on that one. You're just wrong if you think Time Stranger has a worse story than Cyber Sleuth.
Yeah, like, you're fully just incorrect.
I don't know how to, like, quantify this other than no, this is just a better story.
Like, you could tell us exactly why you think Cyber Sleuth is better, and I will hard counter every single point.
I cannot think of a single way in which Cyber Sleuth was better on, like, an actual, like, level that, like, matters.
Like, the protagonist matters less, the, like, human NPCs matter less. The Digimon are basically not characters.
The Digimon are set dressing, and it's just Royal Knight wankery again.
Yeah, like, it's not good.
Hacker's Memory is better than Cyber Sleuth, but I would still put it below Time Stranger.
Yeah. Like, Hacker's Memory is better because it's got better human characters.
And
but
the
even
Digimon
then, like,
don't matter still, really.
But even then, like, by better human characters, I mean it has exactly 2 good human characters. And the rest range from boring to suck. Like, are you gonna look me in the eyes and say you give a fuck about Chitose? No, you fucking don't. No one gives a fuck about Chitose.
Oh, by the way, Paizo is streaming Pathfinder, apparently.
Oh, neat.
Just in case, you know, Zero wanted to see what was up with that, or if there's an announcement later.
I can check in for announcements later. Because if they're announcing a new game, I'll be super excited.
Oh no, I wanted to let you know that I saw that because, you know, you're a Pathfinder guy.
I am a Pathfinder guy.
But anyways.
I know we already moved on from it, but like the only thing I'm really hoping about with Legend ZA is if Embor gets close combat, so that way if Zero ever runs a game, I can and I get like a little tech pick, I could be like, Embor used this in this game. Can mine have that?
But Embor doesn't need close combat. I know,
yes,
I know the joke is
especially
that like if you have,
especially in PTU where like its lower DB moves are better.
Like, I know the joke is that like, oh, if you have arms, you get close combat. But Embor genuinely doesn't need it when it already has hammer arm. Like,
okay, no, to be fair, close combat would be an upgrade in the main line.
Yeah.
Would it? Because Reckless applies to hammer arm, but it doesn't apply to close combat, doesn't it?
No, it does.
No, it doesn't apply to either of those.
Well, I'm gonna double check because I could have sworn it did.
Anyways, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how you don't care about a single character in Time Stranger. I love Inori.
Yeah, Inori's great. Dr. Simmons is fun. I love the idea of like a super weeb like science genius.
Yeah, like I've felt for all of these, and even then, like the characters that I haven't felt for, I've laughed about. Anyways, you guys want to build a piranha tank?
Always.
Okay.
Okay, apparently what I was thinking of was Submission gets it.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
No, the one that you might be thinking of that's weird and you don't think of up front is probably High Jump Kick is the one that combos with Reckless, but Embor doesn't get it. Because High Jump Kick doesn't always do recoil. It only does recoil if you miss.
Embor does get Head Smash, though. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Head Smash and Flare Blitz.
Yeah. What else do you fucking need, I guess?
Anyways, so the first thing we need to do, chat, is we need to break down this, honestly, quite nice kitchen island.
Yeah, and Taryn, I'm not saying you have to be invested in Simmons, but I mean, like, between Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, the only human character that I think is actually worth investing in is the littlest cancer patient. Erica? Is it Erica?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. For some reason, I was doubting myself that it's Erica. I have watched the Time Stranger Prelude, Taranis, don't worry.
No, we
Um,
loved the prelude. We're just disagreeing that that's the only emotionally investing part of the story so far.
yeah, and like, so if you don't like Erica or you don't get invested in Erica, there's no humans to get invested in Cyber Sleuth.
Because,
Whereas
like,
in
even Ryuji's entire motivation is about
is a
Erica.
yeah, and then his motivation gets really confusing being about Erica because his actions no longer make sense when you view them through the lens of I want to keep Erica safe about halfway through the story. And
Yeah.
Chitose doesn't matter.
Chitose, like, he's there to show, hey, he's a horn dog, but he's got depth.
Yeah.
That's, like, his entire arc. Like,
And that,
ironically.
and then his depth is that as much as he wants to mac on all these ladies, his real heart belongs to his boyfriend Ryuji. Whereas like Inori is actually bringing up like interesting
She's
questions
dealing with
about
loss and moving on, like, immediately.
like, and she's not like constantly obsessing over it. She's not trying to browbeat people with her grief. She is just she has experienced loss and it informs her actions and how she talks with people, but in a very genuine way. And if you don't like her, you can get involved with her best friend who is clearly getting into the streaming game, at least in part, to assist with Inori, who can't help herself from running around chasing after these, stories and myths that are related to why her mother and brother are gone and like what her dad does for a living. You can
Yeah.
get invested with her father who like pulled away from his job dealing with Digimon and like phase electron life forms because they killed his wife and youngest child.
And there's
And now
clearly
he's
something of a dichotomy
overprotective.
with both of the feds. How they have very
Yeah.
different worldviews.
Yeah. Like they set up like actual stuff that like just doesn't happen in Cyber Sleuth or Hacker's Memory. Because like even Erica's stuff, for you to invest in Erica, for you to like really care for Erica, you have to hit the point of going like, man, it sure does suck that Erica has cancer and becomes a Digimon because of it. Because that's effectively what her story is that the cure to her cancer is become a Digimon. And that's probably the greatest cure for cancer I've ever heard.
Could you imagine if you had cancer and you said, yeah, we're going to turn you into a dude who can shoot fireballs out of his butt?
Yeah, that's great. But, like, then you have to accept, like, okay, the reason this would be bittersweet at all would be if she had a life worth living as a human.
And, like, you get a hint of that because, like, clearly fucking, like, they're hinting at a little bit of a ship, but...
Yeah, but, like, even beyond that, like, she clearly doesn't. She's
Okay,
a shut-in.
I know you don't want to spoil it, but I admit the wording is a bit confusing, Taranis. Because we're invested before the game is over. So it's a bit confusing for you to say, like, you get where I'm coming from, right, Zero? Like, that makes sense?
Yeah.
Because, like, we're invested before the end, so...
Yeah, you're basically saying the reason you're not invested is because it ended in a way you don't like, or like similar to that. And that's not a thought process that I really grok with. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't quite get that myself. Let's see here. Now let's see how good piranhas are.
Because, like, I got to the end of the game. Literally, I am doing side quest cleanup before I go into the final battle. And I'm still super invested. I've gone through, like, all the twists and turns. I know all this shit. And it still made me go, like, God damn, this is the best story Digimon games have ever told. Specifically the games. We've gotten better in anime for sure. And honestly, I'd say Liberator's probably better as a story. But, like, this is the best the games have ever done.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you have to agree with us that it's better. We're just trying to wrap our minds around, like, your thought process here. Because usually investment in a story for us comes before the end of the story.
Yeah.
I think is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, like, even if a story, like if I get invested in a story and it ends in a way that makes me like upset or makes me go like, oh well, I don't like any of that, how that ended, I was still invested the whole time, and part of why I'm upset was because I was invested.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's yeah.
Because like that's exactly why I get so upset about the second half of Frontier. I
Yeah,
was
because
invested in the first half of Frontier, especially like with the reveal of Koji and the run up to beating Cherubimon and all that. Like I'm super invested, and then it drops the ball really hard, and like yeah, that made me less invested in the second half, but because I was already invested, and I was like, how dare you get worse, you know?
yeah, yeah, it's not always easy to articulate this. I just and like if something about the ending completely fucked up the story for you, I can even understand that. I
Yeah,
think even if I might disagree, I've met people who have like one thing about the story that drove them nuts and it just ruined the whole thing for them.
yeah. Like
Like we
I know at least one guy who finds the operator so annoying that he's knocked like a full point score off the game because of it.
yeah, exactly. Okay.
But do you know you're adopted?
Okay, and like I see what you're saying there with the idea that the setting of Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory is more interesting because it's the idea of the digital world colliding with the real world in a much more like real and direct way. I don't think a better setting makes a better story.
Yeah, it doesn't particularly matter to me if the setting is better.
Because like you could have the greatest setting in the world and tell a dog shit story. Like that happens with Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online has an amazing setting and it's a dog shit story.
Yeah, and this doesn't mean like you're bad for liking Sword Online has fans, like plain and simple.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
the concept doesn't matter if the execution is bad for us. And the execution in Time Stranger is fucking spectacular.
Also, Tyrannus, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you think Time Stranger is part and parcel, that tells me a lot about what Digimon media you've consumed. Because Time Stranger is actually very abnormal as a Digimon plot.
And the other thing too, you have to keep in mind, part of the reason we don't like Time Stranger is because it's not really a Digimon story. There's
You mean we
nothing
don't like
about it.
Cyber Sleuth?
Or Cyber Sleuth, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because like we want a Digimon story, whereas Time Stranger is giving us that,
Yeah.
Cyber Sleuth really isn't.
No.
The Digimon are inconsequential.
You could replace Digimon with demons and make it an SMT story, and you'd have to change literally nothing about it.
Quite literally, I think you'd have to change nothing.
Yeah. And like I think that's a problem. Digimon has its own feel and flavor to it that it should embrace in the way that Time Stranger does, in the way that Survive does, you know?
Why are the why'd you make me sell that many decorations then?
But like as far as part and parcel goes, Tyrannus, like the only stuff that Digimon has made that's really like Time Stranger would be probably Savers.
Hey, Zero, what kind of fish
Yeah.
should we feed to the piranha?
Feed the most strawberry looking fish.
Well, the discus looks pretty strawberry. Let's see what else we got. Discus is about as red-orange as you can get.
But like in Digimon media, Savers is really the only thing that's quite like Time Stranger, where like you have a job that you have to fulfill with your Digimon partners, and like you go between the real world and the digital world, and they don't really overlap until much later in the story. That's not how most Digimon goes.
Anyways, how do
Most
you like our
Digimon-
sick-ass table full of piranhas?
That's pretty neat. How do you feed the piranhas if they're inside the table?
I don't know. That's not my problem.
I mean, I think it is. You're gonna have a table full of dead piranhas.
No, she's the one who paid me $3,000 to make that table.
Oh, okay, so that's her problem. All right. But like most Digimon stuff, it's either you're in the digital world pretty much the entire time. Maybe you go back to the real world near the end, or you're in the real world pretty much the entire time. Maybe you go to the digital world near the end, and like you pick one. Like almost none of them have you going back and forth. Very few of them actually have anything to do with the like
Zero
interacting with
Two was a
government
bit of an
structures.
outlier in this case, but like, yeah, it and Sabers are like the two.
Zero Two is kind of like it's like you spend your entire time in the digital world to the left because
Yeah, because it's
almost
every
never
episode has the digital
Yeah.
world. They just
Yeah.
are in the real world otherwise.
And in Zero Two, until you get to the world tour section, almost never is there actually a threat in the real world.
That's true.
Or like if there is a threat in the real world, it's solved Code Lyoko style by going to the digital world.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Time Stranger is just saying, nah, this is about both worlds.
Yeah, very distinctly both worlds, and they influence each other without interacting in a way that's very neat.
Yeah. And like,
And
I
the
don't
idea
know,
of
I'm
interacting
feeling
with
so many emotional beats. It's
Yeah.
just good. Because at its core, you have to remember Digimon is a V-Pet franchise. It is a
Yeah.
story about raising a pet and both of you becoming better for it.
Yeah.
And Time Stranger understands that in a way Cyber Sleuth did not.
Not even just in the like, oh, you interact with your buddies by talking to them, influencing their personality. With the way that Inori and Aegiomon interact with each other,
No, that's
it
exactly
represents
what
that.
I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Inori raises Aegiomon. She helps Aegiomon become something greater than what he starts as, based on her input, her emotions, like all this stuff, in a way that makes it so that Inori is one of the decision makers of what Aegiomon can be.
Yeah.
And that's dope. That's what Digimon is. That's V-Pets, baby.
And like again, if you disagree, I'm not gonna. I mean, listen, it's hard for me to not say you're wrong because I really don't like Cyber Sleuth. But I'm going to say I will do my best to understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that sometimes does mean that I've got to ask questions like, wait, how does that work? How does that work? You know?
Yeah.
Anyways, you want a cave full of piranhas, Zero?
I think I do.
Okay, so
I think I've never wanted anything more.
gamer
Also-
lights.
Yeah, you know what? Dealer's choice.
Okay, well, I'm thinking orange and red. So let's do 3 again now.
Those feel suitably alien and cave-like, yes. Also, Teranis, on your point about SAO having good games, yeah, it's got good games, but the
That's it?
show and the light novels it's from, yeah, it's got some decently like well put together games.
Okay, I've never played one because I never got into the anime, so why would I bother?
Yeah, the stories mostly suck because they're based on the anime, which sucks, or the light novels, which suck.
Slightly less.
No.
Oh, I've heard people say the light novels are better repeatedly, so I was giving that an honest shake.
They're wrong. like I don't want to be a jerk about it, but like the light novels are not better. The light novels just explain things in words what the anime tries to show you, and they're both bad at it. The anime is bad at showing it to you, and the light novels are bad at explaining it to you.
You see,
like,
I'm not saying that you're wrong for that experience or anything. What I'm saying is that is definitely unusual because SAO was a much bigger anime than it was a game franchise. Like, by a mile.
Yeah, even then it was a light novel thing. Like, a lot of people didn't know that there was more than the first light novel. They assumed that, like, all of the anime stuff after the first season was anime original and there was no light novels. because the light novels are bad.
And that doesn't like make your experience wrong or anything. I just think it's fair to acknowledge that that's unusual, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And like, yeah, SAO has like some mechanically well put together games. When they're doing their own thing story wise, it's definitely better. In part because the guy who wrote SAO is a bad writer. Like, just
Listen, he's the type of guy who's unironically, I'm sure to win because my speed is superior, and that's like he thinks is the best power set.
Yeah, and like, he's really got to stop with the fucking rape shit. Like, like every time, and everyone always brings it up. Like, oh, he said he felt bad about that. And they're like, he shouldn't have done it, and he was just young and stupid.
Again, then.
Yeah, and then he shouldn't have done it again after that, and then again a fourth time. Like, it's hard to believe he feels bad about it when it has come up in every light novel he has ever written. Like, it sucks.
Nope. Time to open shop.
And yeah, Tyrannus, I've heard that before, that Hollow Realization and Fatal Bullet are better because they focus more on the world. They spread out like that, and they don't focus it on Kirito, who's a bad protagonist.
Which means that you're allowed to have flawed characters.
Yeah. Or, like, you can explore the other characters that exist there that no one ever fucking talked about.
Like,
so,
again, if your experience with the games, I can understand.
But when you opened up shop here, was that not just you having a bunch of people come into your basement to look at your fish tanks?
Yeah,
because that's what it looked like. Because that's what it looked like.
Wait, would you? The filter's on. How is there algae already?
Well, I guess you gotta clean it.
Fuck you. Not
clean
you.
the algae. Clean the algae.
But anyways, like, you just kind of have to understand a little bit, like, your experience with SAO is not the norm. Most people saw the anime or read the light novels first. Most likely read the anime. Their first experience was wanking off how cool Kirito was.
Yeah. And then we got the second season where they keep wanking off how cool Kirito is.
And then the third I heard it got better eventually, but that's okay, eventually.
It got better insofar as it stopped being, like, boring trash and started being trash with its own unique shit going on.
Oh, lovely.
But like, it still sucked. It's still not good.
Right. Okay.
It's like it went from a 3 to a 5, you know?
Okay. And like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, sure, concept is cool, but like it's the peak example of like why I don't put that much stock in the concept.
Yeah, because like you can always find stuff that goes off that like it's the same concept, but it's done in such a better way that you're like, holy shit, how come this wasn't the way it always was? Like if you like SAO, watch Log Horizon.
Like, unironically.
And like just watch the way it immediately becomes like, oh, this is everything SAO should have been. Yeah, Dot Hack is another great one. If you want to enjoy,
it's older, but it's also generally considered better.
Yeah, I love Dot Hack. I've got 2 of the 3 Dot Hack games for the PS2 on my shelf right now. I can never find the third one for a reasonable price.
For the PS2.
Yeah, like I got Part 1 Infection, and then oh god, what's Part 2 called? God, someone fucking help me. It's Part 1 Infection and Part 2 Mutation. Yeah, part 1 Infection, Part 2 Mutation, and then I can never find fucking Part 3. I can never goddamn find it. That it's not for like $200 fucking on
some
on Amazon or whatever.
Price.
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
And yeah, Terran, I'm talking about the first series. That's the only one I've got familiarity with. But like, Dot Hack, and it also like precedes SAO by a good few years, by like a decent chunk of time. So like, you can look at it and it's very much like if you watch Fist of the North Star, and then you watch like
All right, Zero.
any
What do
like.
you think? What do you think of the piranha tank?
I like that it looks creepy and weird and off-putting. I like it a lot.
Good, good, good. Anyways, continue.
Outbreak and Quarantine. Yeah, those are it. So it's like if you watch Fist of the North Star, and then you watch like any other like muscle-bound Punch Boy anime, like JoJo's or whatever, and you find yourself sitting there and going like, I see everything you pulled from here, which allows me to see what you copied wrong.
Yeah, and like
Or
now, to be clear, some of these people probably like better than Fist of the North Star, but you can still acknowledge it as the example.
exactly. Like I think Fist of the North Star is more flawed than a lot of things that copy it. But you can see here's why Fist of the North Star worked. Here's why people wanted to copy it. And then when you compare it to its copies, you can decide whether they did their own thing in a cool way, whether they copied it well, whether they improved on it, or whether they did it wrong.
Yeah.
And you can do the same thing with Dot Hack and SAO.
Exactly. And like, listen, the answer isn't always SAO's worse, but it is frequently worse.
Yeah, like SAO wins in a lot of the like.
Obviously, like animation is probably going to be better. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, because we're comparing an actual studio anime to a PS2 game.
Yeah.
Like, but like, there's less weird incest shit in in SAO. There's not none, but there's
God,
less.
I hate how that's a metric.
Yeah, like there's less.
Ugh.
And then like you could go in and SAO, for as much as it's a like fake out harem series where they like set up all these girls that want Kirito's dick but never focus on them ever again.
Yeah, literally only one girl gets it.
Yeah, like Dot Hack has some actual like weird love triangle, girls being bitchy to each other over this bland guy bullshit. But you know.
Yeah.
Or a great example if you want to compare Time Stranger. If you want to compare Time Stranger to the SMT game that it is most similar to, you would want to compare it to like Digital Devil Saga. And I love Digital Devil Saga. Once again, I have Digital Devil Saga right up on my shelf right now. I've played it. It's great. I think it's one of the more underrated SMT games.
But it's not Persona.
Yeah, it's not Persona. I also love Persona. Don't think that's me knocking Persona.
No, but we're making fun of those Persona fans.
Yeah. But you can stack Digital Devil Saga and Time Stranger right up next to each other, and you'll see they line up in a lot of really key ways that could make for an interesting thing. Basically, I could write a video essay about it, and people might actually watch it. I should not. I do not have time to film and edit a video essay. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, just ramble and pay someone to do it. They'll, like, edit it. Anyways.
With what money, Ruby? Come on.
Shit,
be realistic. Like it's cool shit.
Because like most things in media when it comes to story are iterative in some way.
Yeah.
Not because they're completely ripping off, but because people are inspired by what came before and can add their own twist to it with intention.
And then the phrase "there's nothing new under the sun," you know, it kind of means that when you get down to the way people experience things, it's not that people can't come up with wholly original ideas. It's that those ideas are going to be exploring concepts or feelings or emotions that we've already talked about in some other way.
But you know what the magic of storytelling is, Zero?
Yeah?
It's gonna be someone's first story.
Exactly. That's another thing I get on people for, especially when we talk about like video games, like
Yeah,
Persona especially.
listen,
No one is willing to admit. Yeah.
I'm also going to add one thing to this, Zero.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't an excuse. That this isn't saying that games cannot expect you to have played the previous game or read the previous book.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in the middle of a timeline, sure. I'm talking like standalone. This is someone's first game.
Yeah. And yeah, like I get upset when people don't recognize that. Like people complain about Persona 5 retreading easily talked about ground, or that it doesn't go very deep into the idea of like rebellion and like fighting against fascism and like being calling out society and all that. And the reason it doesn't do that is because it's intended to be someone's first exposure to those ideas. It's not meant to be preaching to the choir. It's trying to educate the uneducated.
Because the people who played Persona 4 are like my age, when they were at the age where that was appropriate. Because that was like when I was like in high school or some shit.
Exactly. And then Persona 5 came out, and it's meant for those teenagers.
Yeah, it's meant for the next batch of teenagers, not the same teenagers we just talked about.
Who, especially in Japan, they need to hear this for the first time.
And now,
and
here's
so,
sorry.
And so, yeah, it's going to be shallow in the same way a 101 course is shallow. An introduction to philosophy course is shallow on philosophy because you have to start in the shallow end.
And, like, there's a point, too, where people also overestimate their expertise with not just, like, media, but media literacy. Where,
yeah.
Like, and I'm not even saying this is inherently a bad thing. Like, I actually had a discussion with Betsy in our DMs the other day. Because she wasn't vibing with Time Stranger for a very interesting and unique reason. Not that I think she was wrong, but it wasn't something that I personally had priority in. Because she hadn't been surprised by any twists that had come up yet. And I went,
oh.
I like, that's not wrong, but that's not something I personally put stock in.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot to do with a societal thing, because once upon a time, the idea of being able to see the twist coming meant the media was doing its job.
Yeah.
But
the now idea... that means that you're predictable and boring.
Yeah. The idea that your media should be able to actually surprise you, that you shouldn't be able to predict it when it's coming, that's a hyper new idea. Like, literally, I'd say less than 30 years old idea.
Yeah, it's a very modern thing.
Because even as far back as, like, The Sixth Sense in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
The idea was that if you paid attention while watching The Sixth Sense, you could pick up all the hints telling you that the protagonist was a ghost the whole time.
Yeah. Also, Tyrannus, like, you're absolutely correct, but, like, I used 4 because that was probably the bigger wave for people, but, like, 3 and 4 was what most people who got into Persona in America and Canada got to first.
Yeah. But, like, that's what twist culture was during the time that, like, twists were getting big, you know? Like, this was when Shyamalan was taking off. This was when, like, him being a ghost the whole time in Sixth Sense was considered, like, the twist of the century.
Yeah.
And the idea was it was such a good twist because you could see it. You could figure it out.
But most people wouldn't.
Yeah. The movie was telling you, without telling you, that he was dead before they actually say it. And that was considered the way you do twists well. Nowadays, twists have turned into, like, not even just twists, sometimes just plot points. The idea that you can predict what a movie is going to do, even if it would make sense for it to do nothing else, is sometimes seen as a bad thing.
Yeah.
And I personally hate that we've hit that point.
Yeah, I think we've gotten too far. I agree.
Yeah. Like, if you can read the movie, you should be glad about that, because it means the movie makes sense and that, like, you understand it.
let's consider another thing. Every generation in America is more educated than the last, plain and simple. You are
Yeah.
massively more educated than your grandparents, even if you only graduated high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, no, this conversation, like, it just indicates that they have high media literacy.
Yeah.
And that's
I
not a
mean,
bad
listen, I
thing.
didn't want to
Yeah.
fall into that, but effectively, yes. We had to learn media literacy on a level that our grandparents and our great-grandparents never did, and our parents only got a taste of.
Yeah. And like it. So I'm a teacher, right? I'm specifically an English teacher. This is what I do. And you would be surprised how much kids don't realize the reason they're not enjoying a story is because they understand it. So like a lot of time kids will complain like, "Oh, I don't like this story. Oh, this story doesn't make any sense, etc., etc." But then when you start grilling them about it and asking them like, "So what about it don't you like? What about it doesn't make sense to you?" etc., etc., they
Yeah,
show that they understand the book and that their issue is they disagree with what it has to say. But they take that as because I disagree with it, because I understand it, that means it's a bad story.
and that's been a common thing you've probably seen in fandom space in the last decade.
Yeah. And it's
What?
you're right, Taranis. And like it's gotten to the point where it's not even twist anymore. If it's just the next plot point and you can predict it, people have started saying that's bad and that's an issue. And that means the story's like badly written or something. And like I hate that that's where we've gotten to. That
Yeah,
we
it's just not healthy.
because it's not even a lowest common denominator thing. It's this idea that the only way humans can be entertained is through the novelty of sheer surprise, which is just not true.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. Do you not? What's your favorite movie? Zero.
My favorite movie is Wolf Children.
How many times have you watched it?
4.
Have you loved it each time?
Absolutely.
And there's nothing to surprise you about it anymore.
No. I know that movie front, back, and sideways.
Also, hello, Mystic.
Yeah, I missed it. But like, I watched Wolf Children by myself first. Then I watched it with some buddies. Ended up regretting that a little bit because one buddy got really drunk and was acting obnoxious the whole time.
Oof, I'm sorry.
I watched it once with my fiance, and
You watched it with
I watched
us.
it. Yeah, and I watched it once with you and Mike. And like every time, I loved it. I've seen Secret of the Kells 3 times, and I loved it every time.
Yeah, and this doesn't mean you can only watch one movie, read one book. It's just that there is a level of enjoyment to be had in something that you already know every part of.
Yeah. And like and yeah, Taranis, you're right. Horror games and movies now, like they start leaning on jump scares because the idea that you can be scared by anything other than raw surprise, or that you can be like
It's one of the reasons that
engaged.
Amnesia did like numbers, because it was the first game
Yeah.
in ages to not just be jump scares.
Yeah. And like the idea that you can engage with anything other than raw surprise has become this weird societal thought that makes it really hard to make shit. Like,
All right, you know what? We've got the sick dinosaur piranha pit.
and we all understand that that green and orange are dinosaur colors.
Absolutely. We've got the pretty normal salt. The gamer zone. Sorry, that's the gamer zone.
Uh-huh.
Then we've got the high art concept freshwater zone.
I say we make a rave tank.
Yep,
Brightest, most
rave saltwater.
obnoxious color. Yeah, brightest, most obnoxious colors we can possibly get.
I like the
Both
way
in
you
lights and in plants and in fish.
think. Yes, I like the way you think.
I want looking into this fish tank to give me a headache.
We haven't even gotten to like the glowfish yet. But anyways,
Oh,
yeah, like,
fuck,
yeah,
we haven't even gotten to the glowfish.
there's just a lot of things to keep in mind with all of this.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean there's a wrong way to enjoy it. That's the one thing that I think people get hung up on. I am not telling you you're enjoying your media wrong. There just has to be a level of understanding about this.
And Taranis, I absolutely understand the books thing. For a long time, I didn't have a bed frame, so instead, my mattress sat on top of 3, like,
They're like fit.
you know the like moving totes, like the ones that if you curled up into a ball you could lie down in. I've got like 3 of the 6-foot long ones that are like extra deep, so you can move a bunch of shit all in once. They're filled with nothing but books, and I have bought enough books since I filled those 3 that I could probably fill 3 more.
Lovely.
I
Anyways,
have
Zero, what do you think so
many
far?
books. Oh, this is hideous. I love it. Keep going. Keep going.
I mean, I'm kind of liking the double reverse gradient look we got.
Yeah,
Like,
it's working.
it's a hot mess, but in a good way.
Yeah, it's a hot mess in like that really sexy kind of fucked up girl from the '90s clubs. She's
Sure.
wearing like leg warmers and fluorescent like fishnet gloves or whatever the fuck. And you're like, you're definitely fucked up on some kind of psychedelic, but you're hot, so it's fine. I promise you, everyone here knows what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about, but like, listen, again, we are not saying that your tastes are wrong. We've just kind of been able to step past the ego death at this point, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. And dog, that's fine. Like, I can't watch many things back to back unless they're like short. Like, I can watch episodes of something I really liked back to back. Like, we've been watching Digimon Beat Break. If we watch the episode of Beat Break and then we decided, like, as a group, like, hey, do we want to run that back again now that we've had, like, our initial reactions and watch it again? I do that.
Yeah.
But, like, if it's, like, a whole movie, I'd be like, we just watched this. Give me, like, a few months before I touch this shit again.
Yeah, absolutely. Most people aren't going to be able to go back and forth. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, there's been very few movies where I immediately say, yeah, sure, let's watch that again right away.
Yeah,
and usually that's because, like, a friend missed it.
I think the closest we've come is because, like, we got part ways into a movie and decided to watch it again with a friend. Or, like, it'll be we were watching a movie and we watch it all the way through, and then, like, the day after we watch it again with somebody. Like, it's almost never like we watch a full movie and then immediately like roll it back and watch it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Now those are red plants, so you got to put them as close to the green and blue as you can here.
No, don't worry. I got this.
Okay. I trust you.
What temperature do these guys need again? 25.
I just want this tank to look like a scene girl drowned in it.
No, I understand entirely. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Because next what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy these boys. And I'm also going to put them there so we can see how the light affects them differently.
Oh.
You see how much greener it is in the middle?
Oh yeah, that's green. Oh, look at that. But with the green light, that shit looks nuclear.
It's amazing.
That shit looks like a fucking can of Surge. That's exactly the vibe I want.
Now, we're going for some corals today.
Oh yeah, we gotta have corals if we're doing the.
Look at some of these fuckers, Zero.
If we're doing obnoxious colors, we need coral. There's just no question.
Let's see. Oh, you're a good color. Oh, you're lovely.
Dog, trust me. The fact that you are thinking about your writing means you are probably a better writer than the guy who made SAO.
Yeah.
Like, a big part of his problem is clearly that he doesn't do second passes on what he's putting together. So there's a lot of, like, weird shit going on that doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't need to be there.
Also, he keeps writing about video games and MMOs when he's clearly never fucking played one. My god, is it almost hilarious how bad the games that he creates for his settings are. Like, if they were actual games that people could play, everyone would riot. Yeah.
Nobody would actually play SAO the moment they found out about, like, the fact that there's completely unique drops.
Yeah, not even, like, the completely unique skills. The fact that people find out that last hit on a boss gives you a special drop table that no one else gets access to. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That would never fucking fly. Like, no one in the world would be willing to put up with that. It looks like decorations are the problem.
Yep, no, don't worry, I also forgot to turn on the filter.
Oh, okay.
But yes, now let's also say sell only fish.
But also stuff like, a big part of the plot of SAO is the idea of the beaters.
Oh
the beta
my god,
testers.
Zero, look at this thing with the lights off.
Oh yeah, that's hideous.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
This is great.
Oh, imagine waking up to that at like 3 in the morning.
The only change I was making, I'd want a more cyan instead of this blue.
Yeah. But like, it's like 3 in the morning, you're walking out into the kitchen to get a cold glass of water, and you just see that, and you stare into it like the guy from the Blade Runner movie. Oh, perfect.
Absolutely perfect. Okay, let's see, we got too many guppies.
Like, in SAO, they have the idea of the beaters.
The nerve gear?
The beta testers that everyone declares are cheaters who are, like, in line with the guy who traps them. Because if they're beta testers, surely they knew what was happening. But then, like, first boss fight that the community at large gets to shows that the beta testers were incorrect. That shit had been changed between the beta test and the full release, which is normal, by the way. That's literally what happens every time. That's why you have beta tests.
Yeah, beta tests are rarely the identical to...
Yeah. But still, it raises this idea that, like, oh, everyone hates beta testers, and so Kirito has to, like, isolate himself from everyone else, because if they find out he's a beta tester, they'll think that he's part of the system.
Now, to be fair, they changed that early on.
Yeah.
But they changed it to something even dumber.
Yeah. Where because he had a fucking group of he had like a guild that was
way below his level,
and were staffed by the dumbest motherfuckers in the world.
Like, quite literally,
because
because challenges scaled based on levels. Since he joined, it inherently put them in more danger, even though he could solo whatever they spawned. But he wasn't fast enough one time, and this caused trauma.
And the reason they died is because they did the dumbest shit possible. Like, oh boy, I found this room in a dungeon that has exactly 1 treasure chest sitting in the dead middle of it. Literally everyone in the world would know that's a trap.
And if you're gonna trigger it, make sure everyone's there right away.
Yeah.
Zero, what if it was real this time, huh? What if it was just...
Like, hey, you know what? Hey, Zero, Mike, you've both done Palace of the Dead.
Yeah.
You know what happens when you call out that, hey, there's a monster summoning trap here? Everyone gets their ass over there for the free experience.
Yeah. Everyone fucking moves. Or, like, the shit is like, oh, this room, like, the reason they couldn't get out is because this room has a special mechanic where you're not allowed to teleport out when you get in. And it's like, wait, fucking... Why? Well, Either that would be applied to the dungeon as a whole, or that wouldn't happen. What the fuck is this?
All I know is whenever I do run DBU, you give me an idea for a room in a dungeon now, Zero.
Yeah, Mike, if we're playing any kind of tabletop and we walk into a room in a dungeon with a single treasure chest sitting in the middle of it with no enemies in sight, I'm assuming it's trapped. And the way I'm opening it is I'm picking up Ruby's character and hitting the treasure chest with her until it opens or the trap goes off.
But what if it's real?
Then great, it's real. I still took my precautions by picking up your little bubblegum bitch and using her as a trap detector. For those wondering, in this Dragon Ball Universe game, which is a Dragon Ball Z tabletop that we're talking about, I play a really big Saiyan, and Ruby plays a Majin, like a little Majin Buu. And so she's exceedingly hard to kill. Like, that's her whole gimmick. And so if there's a trap to go off, I have decided that if we ever think there's traps, I'm just going to roll her up like a goddamn basketball and throw her at the trap.
It's much like the old D&D truism of, if the thief isn't available, or if the rogue isn't available, sorry, the backup trap checker is whoever has the most HP.
Which means it's the barbarian. I have been in that position before, where it's like, well, we don't have a rogue to take care of this, so, who's got the most HP? They all look at Venicus, the Blood Rager, who just goes,
yeah, I've got
right.
D10s, I'll deal with it.
Here we go! Yeah, Tyrannus, the gnomish trap detector. I know it as the halfling trap detector, though. Did you know that you can calculate the CR of a trap by how many halflings have to die to get around it?
So does that mean, like, everything in Lord of the Rings was CR0?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because every halfling that goes on the adventure makes it through.
That's true. No halflings die in Lord of the Rings, on screen.
I mean, you know, at least of the main squad.
Yeah.
They're batting, like, 4 for 5, effectively, because everyone who's not part of the main squad doesn't count.
Yeah, well, you know.
I mean, yes, they die eventually because they get old.
Yeah, well, except for one of them.
I mean, yeah, you know, he... No, Gandalf was an angel. Quite literally.
Right. Yeah. That's why he was able to come back. Also, technically, Gandalf doesn't die on screen. Gandalf dies so off-screen that the
he
fight
has to tell you how he dies in a flashback.
And it's like, oh yeah, after we left, I kept fighting that guy for like 6 days.
It took like a week, and then I went to heaven, and God, one of the many gods down there said, yeah, no, get your ass back in there. Your job ain't done.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, here I go. Can I have a sword this time? And then they were like, yeah,
you
sure,
already
you
already had a sword. What happened to the old sword?
It was like, I left it behind. I've been using this stick for a while.
I'm gonna, you know, give the chat motion sickness. Don't mind me.
Why are you doing this?
Oh. Anyways, Mike, what do you think of our aquariums then? Because we have the gamer corner.
I think Mike stepped away.
Oh, he said he was stepping away, not that he got back. My bad.
Yeah.
But yes. Genuinely, I'm baffled that looks as good as it does for looking that bad.
Yeah. It looks hideous in the best way.
Let's see. Oh, yes.
Like, if I were able, I'd change the purple backdrop to, like, a kaleidoscoping color more than, like, a solid, but
yeah,
for what we got, it's good.
For this game that was made on a budget of, I'm pretty sure, less than $1,000.
Uh-huh. I have black raspberry ice cream.
Oh, gimme.
Okay, I'll put it here in the computer.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna dump a big spoonful of this ice cream right into the cooling fan, I think. Because that way it won't melt so fast, you know?
No, that's fair. That makes sense. I like it.
Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. Ah, shit! It splattered everywhere.
Oh
Ah,
no!
It's getting all in the internals.
Oh god!
Oh shit! Fuck. Okay. No, no. This is fine. This is
No,
fine.
no,
We.
no, no! This is not fine. This is
This
not
is not.
fine.
Shit.
Zero, you
Chocolate
gotta eat the ice
bash.
cream.
You got.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Okay, okay. Hold it. Hold on. Hold on. Am I back yet?
Okay, I slammed my face into it like 4 times. Did that work?
I could breathe again, but I'm not looking too good.
Fuck.
Okay,
What
okay,
if
I'm back to normal. I'm back to normal.
Okay, good, because I was about to jiggle the graphics card, because that's the only other thing I could think of.
We're so good at this chat.
Um,
But yeah. Like, I don't know, it's really fascinating for me to talk about this, because I'm not saying it with judgment, I'm saying it with just an outside viewpoint, I guess.
mm-hmm.
I guess going back to the media literacy thing, where it's a lot of people who don't think about how much they do stories a lot, and that's not a bad thing. You just have to be ready for this isn't your first rodeo.
I promise you, everyone you've ever met takes in stories way more frequently than they think, unless they're literally the most boring motherfucker to ever hit the soil.
Because let's consider it here. If you are a nerd on the internet, your life is internet. You're probably watching a lot of movies and playing a lot of games.
Yep.
I'm not saying you have to, but you most likely are.
Even if you're not a nerd on the internet, you could be a sports guy. You're a big football man. There's still a story you're following. The story of, the rise and fall of certain players or teams. The story of, can these guys beat these guys, of tactics and strategy.
Or hell, there's so many sports games and movies out there that have actual stories.
Yeah.
Like
NBA 2K15, living the dream.
Yeah, exactly. But, you get what I mean.
Yeah. It's all over the place. And it's not new, either. I can sit down with my grandfather, and we can talk about all his old westerns that he loves to watch, and he can explain why he likes some and doesn't like others, even if they seem almost the same, because there's 4 westerns.
Yeah.
4 western plots ever made.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where I think it helps if you get a better perspective. If you are a nerd on the internet, watches a lot of anime, reads a lot of books, watches a lot of movies.
Yeah. I don't think it helps that, whether people realize it or not, American culture is very anti-intellectual, and so that spreads over in a lot of ways where people start downplaying how smart they are, or how much what they're doing counts as being smart.
Yeah.
Because America has associated the idea of being smart with being pompous, or that if you think you're smart, you're actually completely wrong.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that'll change over time.
Yeah.
But I understand that it's frustrating in the moment. It's just, unironically, I think about that one fucking XKCD comic all the time, about how experts underestimate their expertise in a field. I am so careful whenever I meet someone who's new to Digimon, because I go, okay, what level are we talking here? Did you just watch the anime? Because that's valid, but I have to adjust my power level.
Bro, do you understand how many Digimon fans I've met recently who Time Stranger is their first exposure, and I've got to find my footing, and I got to plant my feet down and go okay.
That does not make their fandom experience invalid. In fact, I love every newcomer, but you have to understand our power level is high.
It means I have to approach them like a baby bird that has fallen out of the nest.
You
I
can't
have
talk
to,
about, oh yeah, the Digimon pendulum was such a good
yeah,
V-pet or something.
yeah, I have to lift them from the ground so carefully.
Gentle like baby bird.
Yeah. Lift Newfan gentle like hot dog.
And again, this just I mean this. If you just got in because of Time Stranger, good for you. Hold my hand.
Welcome. You are welcome here.
There is no shame in joining in the most popular version of a game, like
We
ever
have such
conceived.
we have such sights to show you.
We have so much pain to show you and so much hype and aura.
We will walk you slowly, hand in hand, to the Wonder Swan.
But like, you get what I mean, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, the thing is, if you end up not liking Digimon, that's fine. There is no
Yeah.
shame in saying this wasn't for me either, because I think
or
what
like
happens
if
with
if
like
you really
a lot
like
of
the
if
you
people,
really
sorry,
like if you really like the games but like you don't like the anime,
yeah,
or like you bounce off the games but you get really into like Liberator, like, or like the card game, like that's all fine.
yeah.
All right, now go back to what you were saying.
But like it's just one of those things where, sorry, I'm feeding the fish at the same time, and that takes a lot of brain power.
Yeah.
But like literally, if your only experience was like, yeah, I kind of remember watching a bit of Adventure when I was like in elementary school, that's very common. Do not feel
Yeah.
bad about that. You know what I can unironically compare this to?
What?
How many people who watched the MCU read the comics first?
Oh, almost none.
Yeah, 'cause
Like,
you get what I mean when I say that, right?
yeah.
That's
Like-
what Time Stranger is doing. It is kind of our MCU right now. Like Phase 1 when it was good.
100%. Yeah, 100%. This is our like Iron Man. Like,
Yeah. Unironically, this is our Iron Man the movie. Where
You know
it's
what? No.
taking a comic book character that a lot of people had barely even heard of, and everyone loves him now.
you know what our actual Iron Man was? Our Iron Man was Cyber Sleuth, and then our Captain America was Survive.
The first Iron Man was good, though.
yeah, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm saying like
Or
that's
like,
the one that gets eyes on it. It's a little flawed, and everyone's like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then Survive is like our Captain America, where they see like, oh, they're cooking something.
And are you saying Time Stranger is our first like big Avengers movie where it just broke records?
Yeah, and Time Strangers are Avengers.
You know, I could get behind that. Oh, you good?
Yep, hiccups.
Again, that means if you just got in because of Time Stranger, that's fine. There's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of people who never even interacted with Digimon before. I know a lot of people who never did. Oops had basically never done that.
Yeah, and like, what a good time to get in, because the card game's in a pretty healthy environment. Like, the new anime hit, and like, I know it's only 2 episodes in, but so far we're pretty like hopeful because it's doing good.
It's
Like,
doing
this
everything
game-
it should be.
Yeah, this game just hit the side. Like, anything you want, and like, we're getting new V pets that are really nice.
Yeah.
Like the Shambhala V pets.
Yep.
So like, every element of Digimon as a franchise is currently in a healthy and like above average state right now. It's the best time to get in.
Yeah, there is no shame in joining right now, and I cannot emphasize that enough.
Oh,
I do not shame new fans for being new. I know that was like pretty common nerd practice about a decade or 2 ago,
Yeah.
and I think
Hey.
that's something shameful, and it's a good thing we've moved on from for the most part.
Yeah. Hey, here's a fun little thing that I can say that I'm gonna enjoy saying. If you've ever called a new fan a tourist, fuck you.
Yeah, listen, I'm not even going to say tourist is an incorrect statement. But usually you need something to back it up saying you're only in this for the clout, and being a new fan is not enough evidence for that.
Yeah. If you have looked at somebody who's getting in on something because it's new, or because like, oh, my favorite VTuber started playing it, and so I looked into it too, and you called them a tourist for it, fuck you.
Yeah, genuinely, every stage is new. And, like, man, if they're... Like, let's pretend this is a game that we're gonna love. This was guaranteed 10 out of 10 right up their alley.
Yeah.
But their first interaction with the fandom is you calling them a fake fan because they don't know anything yet.
Now, even if they like the media, they don't want to be part of the
Listen,
community.
Tourist is effectively fake fan, but, like, dressed up for modern.
Exactly. And so, like, what you've done is that if they enjoy the media but don't want to be part of the community, they're gonna drop the media.
Yeah.
Because they have no one to talk about it with.
And now, listen, dog, I don't think that gatekeeping should be your first defense. However, I do think that you do have to curate your fandom to a degree, which means that you do have to have a gate.
It's the Nazi bar problem.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, I wasn't just going for that, but just people who make it toxic in general. But, like...
Well, yeah. But
there comes a point where, yes, you do have to be able to draw a line and say, no, this is not okay. But the gate should be the easiest thing in the world to get into. You should be holding the door open for as many people as possible. But the gate should exist as an option.
Yeah, and that's why I refer it to the Nazi bar problem. The issue isn't that you shouldn't let people in. It's that when you notice that certain people have gotten in, you need to tell them to leave. Because if there is somebody who is clearly going to be a problem, like if they're a predator, or if they're, like, scamming people, or, like, any of that stuff, you need to get rid of them. Because if you let them stay, they'll keep making your environment worse. Yeah. They'll make your fandom worse by being there.
Now,
but
again,
the people that applies to are the people that are going to hurt someone in some way.
Yes. We're not talking just you're a casual fan.
Yeah, not someone who just likes it a different way from you, or, like, doesn't agree with you, or some shit. Like, those guys are allowed. Leave them alone. They're fine.
Yeah, but when I'm talking about the gate is important to have, that's what I mean. It's a good tool that a fandom should keep in mind, but you should use it as a last resort.
So, like, great example would be the furry community's got a real problem with
No, wait, hold up. I want to address this. Listen.
Yeah.
We are not saying you're less of a fan for liking Cyber Sleuth. We're just trying to understand where you're coming from.
Because it's specifically you saying that Cyber Sleuth is a better story than Time Stranger that has us baffled.
Yes. That is why I was so careful with my wording. Yeah. It's because I knew that you had the potential to feel excluded when I did not want that.
Yeah. But, like, a great example is the furry community. The furry community has a real problem with creeps.
Yeah, like let's not go into more detail, but we all know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we all know what we're talking about. And this is something they have to fight back against all the time. Because anyone who peeks into the community and finds those freaks is going to assume that they're allowed there and that everyone's cool with it, whether they are or not. And so you have to fight those guys with everything you've got.
And, like... Sorry.
Nope, go ahead.
And, like, I think I explained this in context. Furry fandom drama is always extra weird. It's like... Let me put it this way. If there's drama in the furry fandom, and it reaches outside the fandom, it probably means a crime was committed.
Yeah.
Whereas if, like, let's take another fandom. If Star Wars has drama, it's because people are having political disagreements in the comments again.
By which we mean people are disagreeing if women should exist in space.
I wasn't even going to go there, but, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, like... Or you could compare this to the Digimon fandom. If drama gets out from the Digimon fandom, it's because an artist was a scumbag. Not even necessarily a criminal, just like a jackass.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
like, the biggest issue to come out drama-wise from the Digimon fandom recently is that the voice director from Discotech was also involved with the Lovely Complex dub that had all that drama surrounding it.
But
So
that's not even necessarily his fault.
yeah, her fault.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so like we got some splashback there. Like that wasn't even like really on Digimon as a fandom. That was us catching strays, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. And like I don't know. It's just one of those things where there's not a perfect answer either. And I think that's something we all have to accept.
Or like drama in the Pokemon fandom is usually about scalpers.
Yeah, and like that's drama. I'm not denying it's drama. What I'm saying is it's not on the same scale furry drama usually is.
Yeah, because we all know what we're talking about when we say furry drama.
Yeah, I'm not going to elaborate further because you all know what I'm talking about.
There's 3 flavors. They're all crimes.
Yeah.
Like.
And listen, I am not condemning all furries.
No, not at all.
I have a lot of friends who are furries, and I love them. They're great.
We're in the Digimon fandom. Yeah. We are cousins.
Yeah. We are conjoined at the hip.
My favorite Digimon is Blackware Garurumon. Do you understand how hard it is to convince people you're not a furry when your favorite Digimon is Blackware Garurumon?
Yeah, but like we're also not like deep in like neither of us have an FA account, for example.
I have no Fursona.
Yeah. So like we're not on like the deeper level. We just have friends who are furries and we are furry adjacent.
Like Helio.
Yeah, like Helio.
Yeah, Helio's a furry.
Yeah. If you're just a furry and you're not doing crimes, you're good.
Yeah, you're fine. We don't give a shit. Like, even if you're that kind of furry, we don't give a shit. Just don't do crime about it. That's all you gotta do.
That's all most people are asking for in the end.
Yeah. Ha, dog. Joke's on you. It's not a fursona because it's explicitly a plush toy. It's a toy sona, which is arguably weirder.
I mean, shit, you're right, but... But yeah, like, I have to emphasize when I'm talking about things like this, like, I'm not condemning the whole fandom.
Yeah.
There's just a weird trend where if fandom drama exits the furry fandom, it's like a fucking nuclear warhead.
Because it's not even just the furry fandom that happens with. Like, when drama comes out about the Taylor Swift fandom, it's because either they did a crime or Taylor is doing something that probably should be a crime. Like, you know?
No, my favorite... The Swifties are more because they will post some unhinged shit. Like...
Yeah.
I mean this in the... Like, my sister's a Swiftie.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, so I have to have this in perspective, as you can understand. But, like, she's not like the crazy girls you hear about on Twitter, where they are so 100% sure Taylor Swift is a lesbian.
Despite Taylor Swift making it very clear that she's borderline homophobic.
Like, not even borderline, like, she has explicitly only ever dated guys.
Yeah, and like the way she talks about like queer spaces and stuff sometimes, it's like
I've never listened to that. I don't know, but like the girl has only dated guys and written songs about guys.
Yeah, my fiance runs this shit by me every now and then because she's a bisexual girl who's big in the pop heads music scene, and so she gets it all filtered, and I have to sit there and listen to her talk about it so that I can info dump about Digimon later.
I mean, no, that's fair. That's equality.
That's equality. And, like, my fiance is a Courtney Love fan. Courtney Love. You know how hard it is to be a reasonable human being who's like, I think Courtney Love is a good musician. She suffers every day. For those who don't know, Courtney Love is the reason Kurt Cobain killed himself. Like, he had some other reasons, but, like, it is well accepted.
She kind of pushed him further, yeah.
Yeah, it is well accepted by literally everyone who knows them that she pushed his issues to such extremes that it was kind of inevitable. And I'd say it to her face. But, like, oh yeah, and Taranis, you mentioned the Sonic fandom. The Sonic fandom's its own whole thing.
So
when
Sonic, when Sonic fandom drama comes out, it's usually because of one person with developmental issues.
And, like, when it's really what it is if you hear there's drama in the Sonic fandom, you don't know what to brace yourself for.
You're just like, okay, God, did they change the hex code of Shadow's red fur?
Yeah, like, you hear there's drama in the Sonic fandom, and you just tense your whole body, because it's either going to be a complete nothing burger that, like, 12-year-olds with, like, mental instability are going too strong about it, or it's going to be like, local man sets fire to the church because Cream the Rabbit told him to in hit video game Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, listen, like, we know about the insider trading lore of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, like,
that was Sonic drama.
Yeah, and, like, it's you never know what you're gonna get. Like, with the furry fandom,
that's the beauty of it.
You hear there's drama in the furry fandom, and you know it involves one of three crimes.
No, here's the thing. If it's not a crime, it's the most nothing burger thing ever, because it's probably something along the lines of, you stole my character.
Yeah, it's barely even furry drama at that point.
It's either low tier middle school art drama or there's a crime involved.
Yeah,
there's no in between.
Yeah, it's the same shit that happened on DeviantArt, that happened on Tumblr, that happens on Twitter about, like, OCs or whatever. Who cares? You probably aren't actually hearing about that unless you're actually in the fandom, if we're being honest. If you're not in the fandom and you hear about furry drama, you're about to hear the most fucked up shit you've ever encountered.
Genuinely, like, close your ears shit.
Like, and then if it's the Sonic fandom, it ranges anywhere from local Sonic artist was caught jaywalking to developer of Sonic, Hiro Hakiaki, was caught running a cult from the basement of his local hotel. Like, what?
And you go, wait, what?
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's so insane. It is genuinely insane.
And then if you hear about Pokemon drama, it's somebody, I don't know, said Johto was good, and now everyone wants to kill them. Like, that's what Pokemon drama normally boils down to.
See, I'm gonna disagree, because a lot of times Pokemon drama is people who cannot accept that other people experience fiction in a different way from them.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, somebody dared say Johto was good, and now the rest of the fandom wants to burn his house to the ground. Like, that's what Pokemon drama is.
Like, White looks better on this, I think.
Well, no, actually, sometimes Pokemon drama is at nationals for either the VGC or the card game. Somebody did the most, like, heinously disgusting thing you can imagine.
Something
by which
that
I mean
would make a Yu-Gi-Oh player blush.
Yeah, like shit like, oh, the Brazilian Pokemon team were throwing literal shit at their opponents in the halls of the hotel, which is a real thing, by the way. That's a real story. I don't remember if it was the Brazilian team, but there was a Latin American team that were straight up flinging shit at other competitors in the hotel.
Man, I thought you were gonna go for the trading card game reference where the guy ate his opponent's card.
No, that's another funny one, though.
It is, right?
Yeah, and, like, so every now and then you'll hear about that. Like, at the national gathering of people who take Pokemon too seriously, someone did something really fucking weird, but it's not actually a crime. Like, that's what you'll usually get. Or it'll be about how Game Freak continues to not care.
No. Let's be more for. Or it can be that Nintendo is incredibly litigious, which no shit.
Yeah, and then you have to prevent people from doom scrolling by pointing out, like, hey, the litigious shit they're getting on is not actually new, or even particularly, like, novel.
See, the actual funniest part, in my opinion, is the type of litigious shit they're doing with the patent shit right now, which I know is mostly Pal World, but
Yeah.
they're effectively banking on nobody wanting to actually challenge them in court. Because you know what? Look up the rate of patents that actually go to court. How many of them get dismissed? Because it's like 99%.
Yeah. If someone actually challenges your patent, 9 times out of 10, the court will go, "No, that guy's right. Patent declined."
Yeah, because in the end, the patent got approved probably because the government worker was just like, okay, I want to go home, man. I don't want to have to sit here and file 10 times the paperwork. Which, again, this means it's mostly a scare tactic. Now, this does mean, ironically, Pal World is probably the best person to stop the patents from happening because they actually have money.
Yeah. But then there's also the hit of, like, patents are not the, like, hyper-restrictive, scary boogeyman that people think they are. It's so easy to work around patents.
Oh, no, I am just saying, like, genuinely, I don't think Pal World is actually scared. They're going to probably take it to court and it'll get dismissed.
Especially because, like, you know how hard it is to sue somebody for patent infringement?
And once it's dismissed, okay, this means all this worrying about, like, balls and shit went nowhere.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Tyrannus, no, the thing with Pal World is that Pal World is exactly the soulless cash grab that's copying everything that people say it is.
I am not going to deny that Pal World is creatively pretty bankrupt because it's basically Ark with pretending to be Pokemon.
Yeah, it's exactly what everyone says it is. They in part brought this on themselves because they made what they made and then they poked the bear. Like they brought this to themselves. But also, they're not scared because this is so easy to deal with.
It's even so easy to deal with.
Goes through.
You know, they've even said, like, I even watched some videos about this, and like, literally what they're doing is a defense against the patent, but that does not mean they're not going to challenge it.
Yeah, and like, let's say everything goes through, and the court rules in favor of Nintendo. The patent goes through. And now Pal World has 2 choices.
Which, the odds of that happening are actually astronomical, I'll say.
Yes.
These patents are specific enough for the government sniff test, not for actual scrutiny.
Yeah, and so, but let's say it goes through as is. Pal World now has 2 legal options. Either 1, they have to give a portion of their proceeds, determined by the court, to Nintendo, specifically the Pokemon Company, in exchange for violating that patent and being allowed to keep using it.
Yeah.
Or 2, they are given a certain amount of time to patch the game in such a way that they no longer violate the patent.
Which they've already done.
Yeah, and that is literally so easy to do because people forget that patents are hyper-specific.
Yeah,
like,
now,
when you are...
Here's the thing. Almost everyone who's been on the end of this has admitted, this has made the game less fun to play. And that's why more people are generally hoping that this patent doesn't go through. Because they recognize that it will make games less fun to play.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think part of why it's made the game less fun to play is because the game didn't have anything else to begin with.
Oh, sure, but, like, I get it. If you are a fan of Pal World the way it, like, close to the way it launched, you probably don't like the fact that you can't choose where your pal pops up anymore. That's fair. I get it.
Yeah. But, like, what was I saying? Like, when people summarize what a patent can do, it's a summary. And when you actually pop open the patent and look into it, it's an incredibly specific sequence of requirements and events. It has to go down in exactly the way as described in the patent. And if even one minor detail is changed, it no longer counts as infringement.
Yeah. Because, like, in the DDA server, we've had a little person, they've been doom posting about this whole patents the whole time.
We're not going to name any names. We are not going to do that.
But, like, every other week, this person will come in and start doom posting about this stuff.
Acting like it's going to be the death of the monster collector genre.
Yeah.
And I even was kind of on the negative side for a bit myself. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be like such like a chilling effect, that sort of thing.
Yeah. But then when you actually look into
And
it,
I went,
and
oh,
we
if this
present it,
actually goes to court, this is most likely gonna get tossed out. And like,
yeah,
that is the most likely thing that'll happen, is that it actually goes to court and gets tossed out.
and if it doesn't go to court, like, it's so easy to get around it. Like, you know what's something in the patent that nobody talks about? The patent includes the idea that you can throw your monster buddy out, and your monster buddy will then go off in a specific direction and commence an auto battle based on you pressing a button telling him to do that. That
And
has to be part of it.
you know how you bypass that? You make it press a button.
Yeah. Or
You literally just do the Digimon thing.
yeah, or it doesn't go in a specific direction. What if instead of going in a direction, you just hit the button and it attacks the nearest guy instead of rushing in a direction and attacking what it hits? Boom, suddenly you don't violate patent and you haven't actually changed your gameplay loop.
Yeah, no, I am just saying, like, guys, you have to understand, from everything I've heard, the most likely scenario is if this does
Go to court, it gets shot down, yeah.
Listen, all also I'm going to say about it is that the patenting of the Nemesis system has had severe and drastic consequences for the public's perception of video game patents.
Well, not even just that, but also video game loading screen minigames.
Yeah,
that's another big one.
Because people overestimate how impactful that stuff actually was. Because, like, the reason we stopped seeing loading screen minigames has much less to do with Bamco patenting those, and more to do with the fact that loading screens barely exist anymore.
Yeah, because we're all on
games
SSDs
have gotten too
now.
fast.
Yeah.
Like,
anyway, I know how to phrase it proper now.
Yeah.
The patenting of the Nemesis system and its consequences have been a disaster for the public perception of video game patents.
Yeah. And then, like, the Nemesis system, people forget that the Nemesis system kind of sucked. Nobody really wanted to recreate it because it was super finicky and didn't actually add that much, and, like, for the most part could be ignored. Like,
listen, I'll come out and say that if that's actually how the patent law works in Japan, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
You should not be able to update a patent mid-litigation and then add those charges to the litigation. That's literally making up new rules in the middle of a game.
Yeah, and also the Japanese patents, it matters yes and no, because Japanese patent law is much more protective of patents that pass, but it is not more likely to pass a patent. Honestly. Once one has actually gone through, Japan will be like, okay, you've got your patent, like, here we go, because Japan doesn't even have stuff like fair use law, technically. Like, Japan is very behind the times on what is allowed and what is not. But the counter side of that is Japan also has a much different idea of what owning a concept means.
Take care.
Have fun, dog. So, like, in Japan, there are certain concepts you just can't own. Like, even if you made them, if, like, you're the first guy to write or do this or whatever, you don't own it in a way that's, like, very loose. Like, it's very strange how Japan pushes things through.
And, again, like, don't be too worried, but, like, this isn't the end of the world, but it is annoying. I will give you that it's annoying and they shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Yeah. And also, if it's going by Japanese law exclusively, that means it doesn't hold up in the US court, which means it doesn't hold up in most non-Japanese courts, which means you're completely safe.
Yeah.
Because if something does not comply with international standard when it comes to patents,
it's just not making it out of Japan.
Yeah, it becomes effectively unenforceable. Because if you make global products and you aren't applying global standards, you have lost the ability to defend them. Like it's just how it works.
And also, like, and even in general, because, like, I don't like putting on the tinfoil hat, but it does seem these patents are targeted at Palworld specifically.
Oh, they repeatedly are.
Yeah, because Palworld poked the bear.
It made fun of Pokemon and then made $1 billion. They could not do anything, God forbid.
Yeah.
So that's the other reason why I don't think this will be the death of the monster collecting genre. Because they're probably not going to enforce it otherwise.
Yeah, because Pokemon's not going to...
Now, I will
here's
say,
an example.
this does mean that people are going to be scared of actually making it big, but...
But, like, here's a great example. Nintendo has a patent on Z-targeting. Because they were one of the first ones to do it. If you don't know what Z-targeting is something that was invented for the Nintendo 64 Legend of Zelda games. Some would argue it existed beforehand, but the Legend of Zelda games made it big. Nintendo filed a patent for it. And the way it works is you hit a specific button, it causes you to lock onto an opponent, and it changes the way the camera moves so that the camera is now permanently locked behind you and over your shoulder, pointed center at the opponent you have locked onto. That is Z-targeting. You may notice that form of targeting is used in fucking everything. Because
basically any real action game.
Yeah. Because what happened is people saw that Nintendo had this patent on Z-targeting and just went like, oh, huh. And then they did it anyway, and Nintendo didn't care. Because these people were not attacking Nintendo's brand the way that Palworld was. Is they were not attacking Nintendo's brand the way that Palworld was. Yeah. Yeah, Nintendo has recently announced a Tamagotchi-style V-Pet, which, to be fair, it's not the first time they have.
But it's really funny, Zero.
It's really funny in light of recent events. It's so deeply funny.
Like, unironically, it is possibly the funniest thing that could be happening amidst all of this.
amidst Digimon's victory.
Amidst Digimon's victory, Nintendo's litigation of Palworld's. By the way, we also found out the other really funny thing. Turns out Pokemon doesn't care about this at all. They allowed a Palworld clone onto the Switch eShop.
Yeah.
They literally don't care.
It's just Palworld.
Yeah.
Because they marketed themselves as not your daddy's Pokemon, and they were constantly like dancing around with their advertisements and stuff like, look at you, fucking stupid old man Nintendo. And like, yeah, that made Nintendo mad. They poked the bear.
Now, I will say, it is a little funny that they were safe enough to know, hey, we're gonna dance very finely around the copyright laws here.
Yeah.
Because they did a jig around the copyright laws, for lack of a better word.
Because that's what they've done. If you look into the stuff they made before Palworld, it's the same thing. They make rip-offs, and then sell at a profit for a mostly very cheap style of game. That's what they do. Like, if this were slightly earlier in the history of video games, we'd call them shovelware, you know?
No, I totally get it. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because, they did do their homework enough to go, like, yeah, even if we wholesale ripped off parts, it's really hard to argue defense of parts.
Like, the fact that they went as far as doing, like, the 3D model equivalent of tracing by making a new model that is clearly based on the outline and shape of a different model.
Yeah.
Like straight up, like, you can overlay them on each other to small detail. Like, they did that, but they made a new model, so it doesn't count.
Listen, if you prefer Palworld Pokemon, I get it. I'm not even saying you're wrong. We're just
Yeah.
explaining the technical aspects of this case as best as
Yeah.
we, who are effectively just lay people, can.
I also think that Pal World's just not a Pokemon game. It,
Yeah, no,
like,
because
at the,
it's Arc. It's
Yeah,
just Arc.
at the end of the day, saying that Pal World does what Pokemon couldn't is, it's like saying Call of Duty does what NBA 2K wouldn't. Not the same genre of game. They're not even trying to do the same thing.
The most you can compare is probably I'm using words today, sorry.
You can do it, I believe in you.
Because like the closest Pokemon game has ever been to Pal World is probably Legends. And those are not the
Yeah.
same game.
No, they're very different. But like if you replace pals with dinosaurs in Pal World, you just 1-to-1 have Arc survival.
Arc, but with like, yeah, literally
Yeah.
it's like quite literally the human side of the gameplay loop is effectively just Arc.
Yeah. It's
It's just got a slightly different pet management system.
yeah. And so like that's, you can't compare them. They're not the same thing. But aesthetically, and like,
Yes.
if Pal World wanted to get away with it, all they had to do was keep Pokemon's name out of their mouth. And like, it wouldn't have happened. But then they also wouldn't have sold 5 million units off the
Yeah.
backs of people buying it to spite Nintendo.
Because
So-
Sword and Shield had just gotten out when this was coming announced, so like
Yeah. Like, that was
it was a
clearly part
real
of their
low
strategy.
point.
They knew people were upset, and so they either pointedly or allowed marketing to run the direction of, this is not your daddy's Pokemon, we'll do what Pokemon couldn't dream to do, so that people would buy it out of spite. Whether they were interested in the game or not stopped mattering. They bought it because they were sold the story that buying it would hurt Nintendo.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what we mean, is like, it doesn't really matter who did it first, because either way, Pal World kind of eventually banked on it.
Yeah. And, like, Pocket Pair would come out to stuff and, like, mention Pokemon. They'd make the comparisons themselves in, like, press conferences and, you know, talk shows and stuff. Like, not talk shows,
Interviews?
interviews, yes. They would do that. They leaned into it. It doesn't matter if they started it, they allowed it. Like, they did nothing to fight back against it because they knew it was good. To the point that, like, I argue if they started it or not.
No,
Like,
that's fair. I'm
Yeah.
just saying in the sense of like, I guess I can't be 100% sure, but either way,
Yeah.
they definitely weren't hurt by these comparisons.
Yeah. And, like, they benefited it from enough that I genuinely believe that, like, they probably did it on purpose.
Yeah.
That, like,
Well,
they probably had somebody set that up because it was fantastic for them.
I am just saying I don't think I have enough proof to say they definitively did, but
Yeah.
it's largely irrelevant. It's a singular
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. And when your game has this amazing story of, if you buy this game, it will hurt the people you're mad at, yeah, you're going to sell 5 million copies. Which is why, like, Pal World's peak player base dropped off so fast.
And now
Because people bought it, played it,
yeah.
realized what it was, and then dropped it. Because they hadn't actually bought it intending to play it or because it looked interesting to them. They bought it to hurt Pokemon.
No, there is still a sizable fan base of people who genuinely like Pal World for what it is.
Yeah.
They are the core base who keeps coming back, playing it regularly, or like comes back every time it's updated. We are not saying
Yeah.
those people don't exist. All Zero is explaining is that there is probably a non-negligible amount of the player base who was just mad at Nintendo.
Like, it's just kind of a known fact. Like, if you ask a lot of the people who were super hyped for Pal World and played it week one and all that, like, and you go check the streams from when Pal World released, it's on everybody's mouth of, yeah, fuck you, Pokemon, I'm playing Pal Worlds.
And now I have to go a little bit further. The irony is, I saw the trailer for Pal World and I went, oh, this looks like butt to me. This looks like you're playing a Dorkly animation. Like, you remember those things? Where it's, what if Pikachu had a gun?
Yeah, what if Pokemon had slave labor?
What if Ash got an Agumon instead of a Pikachu?
Yeah.
Yeah, like those kind of Dorkly shorts. And listen, I know that those were funny to some people, but they get tiring.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, well that already does not appeal to me. So I don't want to play a game that feels like it's hitting that same energy.
Yeah.
And then the irony is, I eventually ended up buying Pal World and playing it. And I still don't think it's great. But when it was just being itself was when I was having the most fun.
And there are good original designs in Pal World, too.
Yeah,
I've gone over this before in other chats, that, if you actually break down into the Pals, and you brush aside the ones that are clear and obvious, rip-offs,
there's some good
stuff. Yeah. The issue is they either didn't believe in their ability to make more guys, or they weren't actually trying. Because that wasn't their intent.
Yeah.
Because their intent was to make a really easy to put together game, an ARC-style game, to give it a really marketable aesthetic that they could lean on, specifically to a dissatisfied
without necessarily having
base.
to develop an art style of their own, which is a risk.
Yeah, and then sell it. It's the safest possible thing you could do. It's a monumentally safe decision. And so yeah, of course they did it. Any company that is putting together games as a product instead of games as an art form is going to do that.
And even then, to a degree, most games are thought of as products these days. It takes a rare game to be thought of as art.
Yeah, and even companies that do make games as art, every now and then they have to put out a product.
Yeah, they're okay, we have to have something that is a guaranteed banger. Why do you think Final Fantasy has put out so much 7 contents?
Yeah, because you have to put food on the table. That's what it boils down to.
Literally, until 14 was taking off, 7 was the bread and butter of Square Enix, bar none.
Because 8 didn't do fantastic. People were hesitant about 9 because it was a return to form instead of more of that. 10 was divisive. 10-2, nobody liked. And
11 was the MMO.
How many people do you know that played 11 or 12?
You see, ironically, I know 3 people who have played 11.
Yeah,
which is more than average.
The only people I know that have played 11 are me and Mike, and I've played more than him, despite
you played. Mike, you've played Final Fantasy 11?
No, I played a little bit of 12.
Oh, of 12. Okay.
Well, 11 was the last MMO Zero.
Okay, well then, I'm the only person I know personally that's played 11. And I've played very little 11.
Yeah, no, I know 3, maybe 4 people who have actually touched Final Fantasy 11.
Tyrannus, exactly. Before 5 hit, Atlas needed money. And Persona 4 was so hyper popular that anything they made related to Persona 4 was going to print money.
Now why?
Yeah, why wouldn't they do it? They haven't even done it as much for Persona 5 as they did with 4. 4, it was insane how much it was getting. Genuinely fucking bonkers. Yeah. How much everything was for forever.
In comparison, imagine, if you will, if Pokemon constantly pushed their most popular generation. Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's why Pokemon pushes Kanto. Kanto sells.
Because it's as much as Pokemon doesn't... Pokemon could probably bleed money for a century and be fine.
Yeah, Pokemon does not need to act the way it does.
Yeah.
Pokemon literally has no excuse. But other companies, they've got to get by. You can't get a Metaphor ReFantasio without a Persona 4 Dancing All Night. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
It sucks if you're a dedicated fan, but almost every franchise has to appeal to casuals in some way,
Yeah.
and that's
Like-
okay.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with appealing to casuals as long as, like, you acknowledge that's what's happening. But, like, Digimon's another good example of that, too. Like,
Omegamon's
there's
and
a-
fucking everything.
yeah, Omegamon's in everything, and, like, you've got to hit adventure constantly. You got
Remember Adventure?
specifically Matt and Ty every time. You've got to hit Matt and Ty every time.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we get it. And, like,
But
we
also,
understand
like,
it as
man,
fans.
can we not?
Yeah, we understand it as fans that, like, it's kind of inevitable and we got to put up with it.
We just wish it
But,
hadn't
like-
been going on for like a decade.
Yeah. And, like, it's fine, really. That this happens, I mean. That, like,
Yeah, listen, it's going to
games are
happen
just
almost.
gonna make a product.
There's a reason Rathalos is in every fucking Monster Hunter game.
Yeah.
Because
That's
Rathalos is Rathalos.
That's a neato looking light setup you got on that tank there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but
like
Rathalos
it.
is cool.
Yeah.
Oh no, Rathalos is cool, but like,
And
You
also
get it.
he's like an animal.
or like,
Yeah.
listen, as much as like everyone likes to joke, like 343 killed Halo. I'm not into Halo myself, but it was relevant because Mike's playing Halo later.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're never fully getting rid of like, they're never not going to be able to stop selling you Spartans, no matter how hard they try.
Yeah. Like, that's what it's gonna be. You got to put up with it.
Like, it's always gonna be like you're probably gonna be fighting aliens, as much as there's lore otherwise. But like, yeah, Silent Hill and Pyramid, even if Pyramid Head no longer makes sense to be in this game, he's gonna be in the game, because it's a
Yeah.
Silent Hill game.
Exactly. Or
But like the main reason why I prefer Rathalos in every Monster Hunter, rather than like say Joker as a secret boss of Persona 3 in the new Persona 3 remake. Rathalos is an animal. Like animals can migrate.
I
Yeah.
get it. But Monster Hunter has always had a very, like, rotating roster, and there's very few constants in every game, and the two that I
except
can
for
think...
Rathalos.
And Rathian, by extension,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, Rathian has been not in a few games. Rathalos has been in all of them.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's John Monster Hunter.
Like, it's very rare for Rathian to not be there, but sometimes she gets left
It
out.
has happened.
Yeah.
Either that or she's like in high rank.
Yeah. Then, like, Spyro. Man, do you know how much shitty Spyro they made
A lot.
before Toys for Bob got to make those remakes?
A lot. Basically, every game after the original trilogy has a big old asterisk next to it, just like being a Digimon fan. Where you're
Yeah.
like, okay, you gotta be able to deal with this problem, because it's a problem.
Yeah.
And like, you want to know another situation I'm kind of going through right now? And speaking of this,
Yes.
What?
it's Zelda just repeatedly using the Breath of the Wild aesthetic.
Yeah.
Okay, to be
Breath
fair,
of the-
but before that, it was Ocarina of Time. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, it's Zelda as a franchise hits on an aesthetic that people like go monkey mode over, and they run it into the ground.
Yeah.
Because they did the same thing with Wind Waker too. There was a while where anything that wasn't like a home console Zelda game looked like Wind Waker.
Yeah. Well, partially because, like, I mean, shit, on the DS, that's just an easy way to keep everything looking good.
Yeah, but like still, you know.
And yeah, before Ocarina of Time, it was Link to the Past.
Mm-hmm.
It's always it's always the big games that people still talk about that were like monumental for a period of Zelda. Like,
Yeah.
But
Twilight Princess doesn't get talked about as much. I love
Yeah.
Twilight Princess.
But Twilight
it's-
Princess didn't do as well, so
Yeah.
it doesn't get replicated.
Which is a feat, because it was on the fucking Wii.
yeah. But like, it's this franchise, you know. Like, even though it was established later, it's it's this timeline that's about reincarnation. Between these three people, because they were cursed to do so. Now we're just stuck in now we're just stuck with one place.
Yeah,
Darrenus,
and-
what do I have to do with Mega Man?
No, he means the red Mega Man.
What?
Yeah, the red
But I'm
Mega Man's
green.
name is
Zero.
Zero.
The red sword guy.
Yeah, the red Mega Man's name is Zero.
But I'm Zero.
I think he came first.
I don't think so, actually.
Anyways, we got Glowfish now. You want Glowfish?
Yeah, put Glowfish in the fuck tank. Hold on, I'm gonna look up when Zero debuted in Mega Man.
But yeah, Ruby, you get what I mean, right?
No, I get you.
I was like, yeah, Breath of the Wild, it was cool. But, like, that's one thing this reincarnation stuff offered Zelda. Like, you could do varied aesthetics and stuff.
Let's see, what game did he debut in? Fuck. Okay.
He's
let's see
old.
here.
I know that.
Yeah. First appearance, Mega Man X in 1993. Fuck, he did come first. Damn it! Now I have to kill Kaiji Inafune.
Anyways, what do you think of the Glowfish tank?
Oh hell yeah! I like how it looks like I dropped a bunch of fucking glow sticks into the water.
Fun fact: you can also do this with Cuttlefish.
Yeah.
That said, it's getting quarter to 6, and I've had my fan off all day because I've been banking on my window being open, and I had to close my window because I started streaming, and that was a mistake. So I'm going to save for one thing. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm going to see who we can raid.
Yeah. Let's see who we got. We can raid.
I'm checking. Because listen, we're not doing same category. That'd be silly. Let's see who I'm following, who's streaming.
How many people are doing fucking Aquarium Simulator today?
Let's see. We've got Yomi and Ali. Wait, why is Hazard not showing up? Let me check to see how long Hazard's been at it. Am I not following Hazard? Oh my! Why did I unfollow Hazard?
Why did you unfollow Hazard?
Weird.
What's wrong with you? That's our friend. Let's see here. What do we got?
No. I'm sending him to Hazard. Hazard deserves a treat. Hazard is a good guy.
Yeah. All right, everybody. The raid phrase.
You cut out Zero. Anyways, he's playing Time Stranger. So you'll like it.
Go.
We go. Yeah.
Go to him.
Just scream Glowfish and enjoy Diggy Mans.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ha ha ha.
Thing out, it's awful.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
The Twitch
lay
like
down, 'cause I'm
integration
actually
system
very tired.
is